Okay, I think it started. Let me share my screen. All right. Let me share my screen here as well. Willy, willy, willy. Bloom, 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 bloom. Let's call on the powers of Mr. Kitty. Where's not that? Mr. Kitty, I need you. Where's the other guy? The other guy, what's his name? Smellstaff. Schmelstaff. All right. Anyway, what I need is a Python IDE. Let's see what there is available as a Python. What's the best Python IDE? Best Python IDE, because working with the notebook is impossible. There's no way to debug it. It's like working in the prehistoric era. It's unacceptable. Right. Best Python. Oh, ID and text editors 4 years ago, 9 months ago. 1 million views. Let's try this guy.
In this video, I'll be showcasing my top 5 choices for the best Python IDE and text editors. Now, all of these choices have different pros and different cons and different use cases for them. So that means that for me, my favorite may not be yours. And in that instance, I'd love to see a comment down.
My favorite I would have to default to whatever Microsoft or Google supports, like one of the big ones, either Google or Microsoft.
Below, maybe explaining why you disagree with me or why you think one of the editors on my list should be ranked somewhere else. But before we go too far, I will quickly mention the difference between an IDE and a text editor, as that is important. An IDE stands for an integrated development environment, and essentially what that means is this is a much more feature-rich software tool. It comes with things like a debugger and autocomplete, and it's a much heavier pack.
Yeah, the debugger is very important. Autocomplete is available in the notebook. I don't need the features of the notebook. I would say I just need a good debugging environment.
Package with a lot more features. What that also means is it's going to use more memory on your computer. It's going to be more system intensive. It may be lag. It may crash sometimes. And on slower computers, it's maybe not the best option. Whereas a text editor is a lighter weight version of this. It comes with less features. Typically, it'll have some plugins that you can install. And really, all it's meant for is some basic scripting and some lighter weight coding. And is a great option when you don't have a very capable computer that can run one of these huge IDEs. So with that being said, there is one commonality between all of these things, and that is that they're all compatible with the sponsor of today's video, which is Kite. Now, Kite is the best Python autocomplete engine on the market and will help you save tons of keystrokes while you're programming. It runs a deep learning model on your computer while you type to show you the best and most relevant completions for your Python code. It's capable of completing entire lines and has a feature called intelligent snippets that will help you fill in arguments and method calls with the variables you defined earlier. It also comes with a companion coding window called Copilot. The Copilot window shows you relevant documentation while you type based on your cursor location. And the best part of Kite is that it's free and you can download it from the link in the description. So coming in as my 5th favorite editor for Python, we have Vim. Now Vim is an extremely lightweight editor that becomes very powerful when you know how to use it properly. It works on pretty much.
So the first one, he didn't demonstrate any debugging capabilities.
Every operating system, and it's even capable of running solely in the command line. Vim is what many Python experts use because of its powerful keyboard shortcuts and unlimited customizability, and most Vim users love how quickly they can develop with it and just the vast amount of plugins that come with it. I will warn you though that Vim has a very, very steep learning curve. It's nothing compared to modern day IDEs, and will likely take you a very long time to get used to the lack of UI features and even just remember the sheer volume of keyboard commands and shortcuts. So in conclusion, Vim is a very powerful tool and the only development environment that you'll ever need for Python, assuming that you can figure out how to use it. It's not for everyone. I wouldn't recommend it for beginners, but it's definitely something worth checking out, especially if you've been developing in Python for a long time. And now for my 4th pick, we have Atom. Atom is a sleek, modern, lightweight editor that is many Python developers' tool of choice. It was developed by GitHub and contains many plugins that allow for IDE-like features to be added. Of course, its integration with GitHub and Git is amazing. It's free, it's very easy to set up and get working, and in my experience, it requires the least amount of setup for any IDE or text editor. The UI is pretty nice and it's not too overwhelming, and it doesn't use many system resources on its default settings. Atom is designed to be hackable, which means you can customize almost everything about it, and it comes with a suite of optional plugins. Although do be wary, as many users do report lag with too many packages or plugins installed. Atom is an editor I like to suggest to beginners and anyone looking for something that just works right out of the box. It's a great choice. I don't think you'll have any complaints using it unless you want some features like a debugger, which won't come with anything other than a heavier weight IDE. And now for the first IDE in our list, coming in at number 3, we have VS Code. Now VS Code is maintained by Microsoft, which means it's constantly getting a ton of new features and exciting additions, and it's actually pretty new to the market, being released in just 2016. It's known to be on the lighter side when comparing against other IDEs, although it is still sometimes slow, and of course it comes with all the...
Well, if he says Visual Studio, then Visual Studio would be...
Hello.
Hello, Smash. Hello.
Oh no,
Hey,
you
man.
left. I was gonna come up. I want to
Dude,
bring
no,
Mr.
you
Slave.
can't be
Mr.
one of them.
Slave
Again,
and
you're one of
ISP in the same room would be hilarious.
Wait, who's Tower?
But ISP won't.
Mr. Slave, can you please go up a room?
Yeah.
Please.
Will you leave your room for at least 10 minutes, Mr.
No,
Slave?
why would I? No, and do what?
We've got another user who's in the same position. I want you to meet each other.
Wait,
and have a
he's
conversation.
anti-Palestine?
No, he's pro-Palestine.
Why would I want to debate him in his room?
Just because he's not going to come to your room and you're not going to leave, and
He's going to
10
let
minutes.
me. He's gonna wait.
joining.
Which one?
He's joining. He's joining. He's
Gaza?
joining. He's joining. He's joining.
Oh,
He's joining,
ISP is joining this room.
Yeah,
Pissed.
yeah.
Never mind, Mr. Slave.
Oh,
I thought we couldn't pull ISP out, but apparently we
That
can.
is
was
this him, Crispy?
no.
No, I don't think he is coming, bro.
Dude, I said he's in the chat below us. Okay.
What's up,
There it is.
ISP?
Let me just make sure the audio is okay.
Okay, so
What's up,
there it is.
ISP?
Okay.
Okay, the audio.
Quick preface, ISP. Before you talk to this guy, he is streaming.
Yeah, we're streaming. Hello, Mr. ISP. Islamic Space Program.
He's streaming to nobody, by the way. Nobody watches the shit.
Yeah.
Nobody watches this shit, but
It's
he is
just-
streaming.
Yeah, it's just for the record, just in case.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, Mr. Islamic Space Program. So, what do you think about Palestine equals evil?
As an evangelical, I believe that the third temple should be constructed. And now, what that means is I don't seek the destruction of the Jewish state. I believe that the Jewish state is a vehicle for Yahweh's justice. And ultimately, God is the author of human history. And the Jews have a connection with God. And I believe as a Christian that we also have a connection with God. And that's why Jews are my brothers. And I will fight and die for the success of the Israeli state.
Wait, so I thought you're anti-Israel. I don't get it. Wait, Schmelstaff, you told me.
Who the hell told you that?
Oh, so
I did, to make Mr. Slave go talk to you.
Oh, you really confused me. Oh, so you're. So we're.
I was born and raised Baptist, guy. What are you talking about?
It was a ploy. I'm sorry I slandered your credentials.
I don't know.
Credenza.
I don't know what a Baptist is. I personally, I'm an atheist. I used to be like extremely religious. I used to believe in God. I no longer believe anything.
Personally.
Did you happen to get fat and become a degenerate after you walked away from the church, Mr. Slade?
Yeah, but I mean, personally, you're an atheist, but technically you're Jewish. So you are part of a tribal relationship with God. And as a dual covenantist, I believe that there are two paths to God, one through Christ and the other through the Levites. And even though the second temple was destroyed, we need to construct the third temple. And why not?
Yeah, I used to believe everything you've said thus far. I mean, if you talk,
I understand.
Yeah, so I know exactly how you feel.
Listen, personally, you feel like an atheist, but you are protected by the Jewish people, and I admire that. I am protected by the Christian people.
I understand.
That we can work together. We can work together, and it's part of the reason why I wrote a letter to both of my senators and my congresswoman in where I am in North Carolina, and I wrote them and I said, you will protect the nation state of Israel at all costs, and it was part of a concerted effort to send 2 aircraft carrier groups after October 7th, one to the Red Sea and the other into the Mediterranean to support the nation state of Israel.
Look, I know, as I said, I know exactly how you feel. I used to be just like you many, many years ago. So,
Do you not support Do you not support the success and health and safety of the nation state of Israel?
I support, yes, I do, but not because it's Jewish. I don't like.
Oh,
I'm not. I'm an atheist. So to me, religion is just disinformation.
okay, all right. Well, that's fine. Now, here's the deal, Sam Harris. Whether you like it or not, you will be protected, and you will also be judged by the
Mr.
group.
Slave.
I know. I know. You don't have to tell me anything. I know exactly how you feel. I'm telling you, I used to be just like you.
Mr. Slave.
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't think I
Hello,
don't
do you
think
remember
you
me?
used to be like
Yeah.
me because I'm not Jewish. I am
What do you
grafted
think?
in.
What do you think about the Gaza ceasefire? Not ceasefire, but the ultimatum they have until Saturday.
The Muslim just comes in and just barges in. You fucking obnoxious fuck.
He's one of us. He's on our side.
Is that what they do? If you go to a coffee house and you've got three people engaged in a conversation and some rando fucking stranger walks up to the table, does he say, "Shut the fuck up, I have a question"?
He's
Is
on.
that how it
No,
works?
He's on our
I'm not a
side.
stranger.
He's on our
I know
side.
Mr. Slave. I
He's
know
a good.
Mr. Slave,
He's
and
a
I'm not
good.
a Muslim.
Yeah, he's a good friend.
Yeah, so I'm not a total stranger. But Mr. Slave, what do you think of the ultimatum they have until Saturday? Do you think they were released hostages?
I don't know.
No, they
I
don't actually want to end this.
I mean the
Yeah.
Palestinians. I mean the Hamas. You know, as the title suggests. I mean they have become radicalized.
No, he left.
Yeah, yeah. He's boring and a little
Oh
bit,
man.
wild side. I need someone to debate. There's no point. I mean, I could have debated him about God. I started saying religion is disinformation, and then Akkadian walked in. I'd rather talk to Akkadian.
Yeah, bro,
So
tell me about your opinion on Gaza.
so what do I think? Look, I think I would say I would like Trump to purchase Gaza. That should be the first thing. He shouldn't wait. First of all, it should become U.S. territory. That's the first thing. And without any delays, they should sign a contract. The U.S. should buy Gaza for $1, exactly as the Asians say, $1, $1, and that's it.
They would say one dara
One
because they can't
dollar.
say else.
Give me $1. And that's it. There would be
Yeah.
a contract. They would raise a toast. Trump doesn't drink, and doesn't smoke, so they would just shake on it and have speeches and put the American flag. Wait, and put the American flag and bring in the FBI. You don't need to bring the army. You need to bring in the FBI. This needs to become um, a local matter. You know how, like, as far as I understand, the US had a terrible extremist Muslim problem. That Muslims used to do a lot of terrorist attacks. Like they used to blow themselves up everywhere all the time. And we don't have that anymore. Right? Yeah, that's his stomach, by the way. Schmelstaff. Akkadian has a very bad stomach. So, um, so the way that I think the FBI solved it, I mean, the way that the extremist Muslim U.S. problem, I mean, the U.S. had homegrown, or some were homegrown, but some were imported. It doesn't matter. But it was resolved very quickly. There's not even rumors of Muslim terrorism today. It used to be a joke, but today no one even remembers that it used to be a problem. No one remembers this. It's gone. So before we get to how it was fixed, the same procedure should be followed in Gaza. It's really very simple. And then you don't need to deport anyone, but it doesn't matter. I mean, deportation or no deportation, it really doesn't matter. I understand Trump. I don't know if Trump understands that this can be resolved. Anyway, so how was it resolved? So as far as I know, the way it was resolved is that the FBI went into the mosques, like not with weapons, not guns blazing. They went into the mosques undercover. They probably had Muslims in the FBI or ex-Muslims.
Well, they did.
I don't know. I don't know the protocol they followed. I don't know. I don't know if anybody knows. I've never seen a documentary. Usually a couple of years later.
I gotta wait for them documentaries.
I mean, usually people write books and stuff. I haven't seen. I don't have any information. No one disclosed any information. What was the protocol at the end of the day that resolved this issue? I don't even know if this actually happened. But for whatever reason, it's gone now. So I'm assuming the way it happened is that they went into the mosques and they went to the wherever there was a mosque with the preacher who was a radical preacher who was radicalizing the community. They just went to that preacher. They had a talk with him. They said, look, what you're saying is literally illegal, so we're gonna have to arrest you if this continues, and they stopped. Basically, that's it. That's all you need to tell people. Look, it's illegal. If you continue, you'll have to preach in jail. So in jail, you don't get to bang chicks. So I mean, what do you want to do? You want to preach this in jail, or do you want to and not bang chicks, or do you want to preach this, or stop preaching this and bang chicks? Like what's it going to be? And I'm assuming all the radicals said, yeah, we'd rather bang chicks, so let's calm down. And they calmed down, basically. It's the power of of women. Wherever there is women, I think men calm down. If you want to have a woman, you got to calm down.
My friend, Mr. Slave,
Yes, sir.
what do you think do you think Trump is bluffing when he's saying all hell will break loose in Gaza?
Look, all he said, he explained. Let me just reply to Crab. She's not joining us because the name is too much. You tell me. I thought about that. So you tell me, what should the name be? Well, he said that he's just going to allow the Israelis to do whatever they want. And the Israelis, we know, the Israelis are not tough at all. So, unfortunately, I mean, and you don't need to be tough. I mean, you don't actually need to be tough. I mean, the reason why you have this issue to begin with is just because basically it was the Mossad that is held up and is in a way still propping up the Hamas government. Even right now, I thought about so even right now, every time they bring in the humanitarian aid, it goes into the hands of the Hamas, and the Hamas sell it, make money, and pay its soldiers. The way the Hamas still has soldiers at this point is because they take over basically Israel. This humanitarian aid is through Israel, so Israel is still propping up the Hamas one way or the other. this is not natural. This is not organic. So you need to stop the humanitarian aid. You need to cut off. You need to cut them off. Let them, tell them, look, you're all gonna starve to death, and no water, no electricity, nothing. You're all gonna die very quickly. Either all of you die with the hostages, or you release the hostages and everybody's going to be fine. It's up to you, and that's it. We expect all the hostages. As soon as you deliver the last hostage, you we'll give you water, and everything will be fine. That's just to get the hostages. After you get the hostages, you give them a little bit, but then again, you start starving them. You tell them, look, you got to bring down the Hamas. You can't. And the way to do it is to stop the delivery of the humanitarian aid to the Hamas. You need to bypass the Hamas. You need to actually open up stores. You need to deliver the food directly to the supermarkets. In Gaza, I'm assuming that if there is no supermarket, then create a super. I mean, you need to recreate the economy. But if you don't want to have an economy, you want to just take everyone out of there, then you got to find a place where you can bring them to and start deporting them. So I understand Morocco maybe wants to start getting shipments, or Sudan. By the way, Sudan is a failed state that the U.S. should take over. I mean, the U.S. should take over a bunch of territories on the planet that have failed. Even Libya. There's no one running Libya right now. There's no one running Syria right now. There's no one running. So I would say take over like Libya. And take over doesn't mean you need boots on the ground. It means, okay, you put a flag. Now it's an American territory. Congratulations. It's an the problem every time you create an American territory is now the citizens are Americans, and that's a problem. So you don't want that, because then they'll take their first plane, come to America, and you gotta, Americans don't want that. So you
So
can't
what do you
give.
think will happen on Saturday?
Um, I don't even know if it really matters. I don't know. I mean, different
Well, Trump
options.
said all hell will break loose.
All he said is like the Israelis, as far as he's concerned, the Israelis can do whatever they want. He's not going to stop Israel. So, and Israel is going to start bombing, which is a waste of money. That's not. What's the point of all these bombings? You see that the Hamas forces have grown. Since October 7th, they have grown. The Hamas, they have more soldiers now. So that's
Well,
because.
bombings are kind of a holdover from conventional warfare. It's cheaper to kill a soldier with a bomb than to train a new soldier. But when you're doing it against an insurgency, it isn't cost effective because they don't train their guys.
Look, in general, what's the point of bombing? Like, in general, what's the point?
Well, to kill the enemy more cheaply than they can make a new enemy. It just doesn't work in this case because it's insurgency.
So, look, I mean, I don't think the situation in Gaza needs bombings. A bomb is expensive. Delivering a bomb is expensive. Right?
Yeah.
These jets are expensive to fly. Everything is expensive. At the end of the day, we're all paying for this destruction. So it's.
Are you saying this from a perspective of like the IDF or from the Americans talking about leveling Gaza?
It doesn't
I
matter.
got here late.
It doesn't
Well,
matter.
kind of. I mean,
Yeah, kind
from
of.
the Americans' perspective, it doesn't make sense. But from like the IDF, like I said, it's just a holdover from how conventional warfare works. Bombing is just it's typically cost effective, so that's why they do it.
Right, but there's two alternatives, right?
Mhm.
So one alternative is you can bomb your enemy, but that's expensive. Let's say it could cost you tens of thousands of dollars per soldier that you're killing. That's expensive. If you're killing 1,000
Well, dude,
soldiers,
like I said, the idea is that your bombings are going to either damage logistics enough or kill enough people that it offsets the cost it takes for them to train people. So if I can train one soldier for $5,000, you killing my soldier with a $4,000 bomb is expensive, but it's still a good move from a cost perspective.
okay. Look, I understand that you have an enemy. You want to deal with the enemy. You don't like the enemy. The enemy, you find the enemy, let's say, distasteful for some reason. Like, why does Israel care that the Hamas has a military? I mean,
Well,
what is
they're in a
Israel?
war with Hamas. So.
Why be in war with Hamas? I mean, what's the point?
Well, I mean, it's like the same reason that we got into war after 9/11. I mean, well, the reason we say we got into war after 9/11 is it's retaliatory.
Okay,
They
I
got a
don't
bunch
know.
of people killed and had a bunch of hostages taken, so they
Look,
went into war.
okay, I don't want to get off on tangents. The question is, I don't know what the purpose right now. What's Israel's purpose in Gaza right now? I don't know. Israel wants to get the hostages. Let's say Israel gets the hostages, and then what? I mean, I want.
They might keep fighting. Yeah,
Why? What's the end goal? Like
because
nobody told me what's Israel's end goal. I never heard.
so that's obviously I'm not Israel, so I can't like be certain. But it's my thing is I think it's the same angle we took about 9/11, which is that we were angry that they came and like messed stuff up here, so we are going to go mess stuff up over there.
Okay, but
They're
again,
just there to fight, basically.
I don't want to get off on tangents. So I don't want
That's not
to.
a tangent. You asked me a question. That's my answer.
I don't want to talk about 9/11. Like I can also tell you I don't know what
Okay, we can
happened.
forget about 9/11.
Yeah.
So for 9/11, it's the 9/11 scenario is the exact same thing that we saw in Gaza, which is that
No.
a foreign force came and struck America in a terrorist attack, and so we went over and just like beat the fuck out of them for 20 years. So that's the same thing that I think that Israel is trying to do. They got a terrorist attack, and so they're going and fighting terrorists. They're
Okay.
doing it badly though. They're fighting a lot of civilians, but you know.
Okay. I'd rather not talk about 9/11, but America's
Okay,
response.
then forget 9/11.
Okay.
The answer for why they're fighting is because they got fought first. That's the reason.
I don't know. I like so look.
Why do you think Israel is there?
I don't know. I as I said,
I'm telling you, it's because they got hit with a terrorist attack.
I
Every
don't.
time that we've been hit with terrorist attacks, we've gone to war. You look at Pearl Harbor, you look at
No,
9/11.
please,
Like
no
that's
tangents.
how it happens.
Let's
This isn't a tangent. This is evidence, or not evidence. This is reasons, but this is like examples of what has happened in the past when similar situations have occurred.
Okay, the question is, listen to my question. Here's the
I
question.
did.
No, stop laughing. Stop laughing. This, like, we're having a serious conversation. I usually don't talk to people who start giggling. Like, if you're giggling, that means you don't understand me. You think that I'm asking something trivial, so I don't see the point in that. So
I just think you're not understanding the angle I'm coming from.
maybe very unlikely. Very unlikely. Take into consideration that it's not that I don't have enough information. I'm very well informed, so that's not probably why the discussion that I'm trying to have. The discussion I'm trying to have is actually as it's very deep. It's a question. It's almost philosophical. The question is, what is the benefit when Israel I don't know. I don't even know what it does. Every time we hear of Israel killing someone in Gaza, what was the intent? What did Israel try to accomplish, or what did it accomplish, if at all? Like,
It's revenge. It's revenge for the people that were attacked in the terrorist attack.
okay, and what's the benefit in revenge?
Because people get mad and they want to see things happen. I'm not saying that the war makes any sense. I don't think it does. I think after you get the hostages released, you leave. But like, if they stayed, it would be because of revenge, which is like it's not good, but that's your answer. That's why they're doing it.
Okay, so my point is, it doesn't make any sense, right?
Right.
Basically you agree that it's senseless. I understand that it's like, yeah, it's revenge, but it doesn't make any revenge is senseless. So
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't think Israel thought this through. I don't think anyone in Israel thought this through. Like
Yeah, I think they were angry and so they went to war.
something like that.
I don't. Yeah.
So oh, he left. Okay. Anyway, so he came in, he giggled. It took me a while to restrain him, to explain to him that he doesn't get the depth of my question. Once he realized that it's going to be a little bit of a deeper conversation than he wants to have, then he left. He's not interested in actually a deep conversation. Okay. Anyway, Akkadian, my point is that if you appoint me to the situation, let me change. I don't think Palestine is evil. Yeah, it's not true. Let me change that.
I think so.
You think Palestine is evil? I don't think so.
Yes.
But I think Palestine should become USA. The best thing for Palestine, either way, is to become USA.
Yeah, I think it's time for the United States to take over Gaza.
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask her.
Fuck me, man.
What's wrong?
I'm just tired.
Okay. Oh my God, please came out wrong. I really appreciate this chick. Because Crab, she's a good chick. She's a Palestinian, Puerto Rican. She's a good girl. Anyway, so I mean, I really just want Trump to put a flag. I think once he doesn't know it, but once he puts a flag, once it becomes U.S. territory, these people over there become illegal migrants. That they can temporarily stay in Gaza, but they don't get passports, they don't get American citizenship, not because I'm against them becoming Americans. I'm against the reason I'm against is because there's too many immigrants in America. Right now, America doesn't need any more immigrants, and my fear is that they're gonna take the first plane and go to America. They're not gonna stay in Gaza. They're gonna very quickly leave Gaza and go to America. And I don't know, they're gonna destabilize America because right now they've been radicalized. I used to be radicalized. I used to be a very dangerous young man. So if you get 2 million like me into America overnight, that is a recipe for major disasters. So right now you need to de-radicalize them, and that, my friend, that takes tens of years. It's easy to radicalize a guy. I don't know. I don't even know if it's possible in general to de-radicalize, to deprogram. I don't know. I don't know what's going to be. So to bring them into America, give them citizenship, very, very dangerous. Very dangerous for America. So I think the best thing is to deport them to a country that's going to submit them, to deprogram them forcefully. Like maybe Morocco, or maybe dump them in Libya. I don't know what would happen if you dump them in Libya. I don't think it would be that bad. I mean, you would dump them, and apparently, UNRWA and the rest of the charity organizations are going to send them food. There's like
Why not?
60,000. What? Where?
Why not Egypt and Jordan, as
No,
Trump proposed?
because Egypt and Jordan are right. The Hamas is. What?
Can we? I think the U.S. should colonize Canada.
One second. Green Sky, hello. The U.S. should no. No. Nothing should be done by force. Nothing should be done. You don't need to do things by force. And when you do things by force,
Force is how you get things done.
No.
Speak softly and carry a big stick.
Yeah, but you don't have to use it. It's good to carry a very big stick, but
they don't listen.
Wait, Green Sky, did you say something? No, he didn't.
When I become supreme leader for life and overthrow American democracy, which I will definitely do, and I definitely don't like democracy, definitely don't. I will get the biggest stick and I will hit anybody who disagrees with me to death with it.
Well, you're not gonna survive long. You're gonna create many enemies.
I'm joking.
Okay, so in this room we don't joke. No joking. Yeah.
I just didn't know if you could tell I was.
I cannot, and please refrain from joking, because we're trying to actually have a serious conversation. I mean, sometimes we joke, sometimes we switch into crazy mode, but usually we have deep, sad, not sad, actually happy, but deep conversations. So Akkadian says he wants to dump 2 million Palestinians in Egypt.
And Jordan.
Look, Egypt and Jordan are very weak economies. They don't want them. They said we don't want them. You need to find someone who wants them. Morocco.
Wait, their own nations don't want them.
Okay.
They are Jordanian. They are Egyptian.
Yes. Okay, but they don't want
their
them.
own people don't want them.
Okay, look.
What kind of country is that?
Okay, look.
A country that won't accept its own people.
Yes, I agree. But you don't want to do something forcefully. Right now, the king of Jordan doesn't want them, and the leader of Egypt doesn't want them. Okay, you ask nicely again, and they say no.
I got a solution.
Mm-hmm. What?
There's this law where you can essentially set up your own settlement on Svalbard.
Svalbard? What? What did you say? What is Svalbard?
It's an island.
There's plenty of space. You don't need to look for space. Libya is right now no man's land.
No, this place has plenty of water.
Libya doesn't. I don't think there's issue of water in Libya, and I don't think. And you also have Sudan, and there's other regions. Even the Houthis.
Libya absolutely has water problems. This country is but Svalbard. It can be with it's a Norway.
No, don't dump them in Norway. They're gonna destroy.
No,
Europe.
I wouldn't.
No,
That'd be cruel to Norway. This is like a place where they can be, but they're not in Norway.
No.
They're essentially in the Arctic.
No, don't
by
bring
themselves
them.
in a
No,
remote settlement,
no.
away from everybody.
Okay, shush. Europe is too unstable to accept extreme.
Europe would kill them.
Europe is not going to kill them. They're going to.
Yeah,
They're taking over.
Europe.
They're taking over Europe. So Europe is unstable as it is. We want to.
I think I got the solution.
Mm-hmm.
Israel just forces them onto the border of Egypt. By announcing every day they don't give the hostages, Gaza loses 70% of their land, and it will accumulate until they'll be on the border of Gaza.
You don't want to use force
on Egypt, and you know what will happen?
No,
Egypt will kill them.
No, yeah. I mean,
there's our solution.
Look, there's okay. I mean, I wouldn't want to bring them to Egypt for one reason is because
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Well, I said already. I said I started offering solutions. You decided to give me yours. I'll tell you the problem with Egypt. What?
But my solutions are stupid. Should not be enacted.
What?
My solutions are stupid and should not be enacted.
Your solutions?
I think all of my solutions, besides the last one about just if every day they don't give it back, Gaza loses 50 or 25% of its land until it's forced on the Gaza-Egypt border, and then eventually Egypt will kill them all. I think that would work. I don't think the rest of my solutions are a good idea.
Okay, look, there's an infinite number of solutions. I'd rather use the minimal force. So I'll tell you just the problem with Egypt. If Egypt does accept them, it's a problem because Egypt and Israel has a very big shared border. They're going to just seep through this border and come back into Israel and again destabilize Israel.
So Israel shall protect its border.
I don't know. Look, I don't know if Israel is capable of anything. Israel is yeah,
okay. What if we send them to Ghana?
Okay, as I said, there's plenty of countries where you can resettle them, like Morocco, Libya, Sudan. But one of the best places is Yemen. The Houthis in Yemen keep fighting for the Palestinians, so it might make a lot of sense to tell them, listen.
Why would they want to live in Yemen? Yemen is a shitty place to be.
No, Yemen is fine. I don't see the issue with Yemen.
They have no rivers.
Okay, look. As far
Everybody
as I know,
lives in the highlands, and even the highlands aren't great.
Look,
they're better than the lowlands.
Look. They got to figure it out. Wherever we settle them, they'll figure it out.
It's not a bad solution. Actually.
Excuse me, I can't. You got to stop.
It's not a horrible solution.
Do me a favor, Greens guy. You keep talking over me, and then I don't hear what you're saying. And every time you say something, I end up asking you to please repeat yourself. So just do me a favor.
That's not a bad idea.
So just do me a favor.
Wait
for me to finish. And
giving you a compliment.
Thank you. I'm just saying, wait for me to finish and then speak because.
Okay.
Anyway. So I don't know the logistics. I don't know how it's going to happen that they're going to get deported. I don't know. What, you're going to put them on boats? You're going to put them on what? How are you going to deport them? I don't understand. I mean, they need to agree.
And they need to go.
And how
will go.
How do you get them to not blow up the boat? Like, they're going to blow up the boats.
How do you get them to not blow up the boat?
I don't know.
You can't in it.
Even if you let them, even if you tell them to strip naked in order to get into the boat, they could start ingesting explosives. And as soon as they're next to an American soldier, they're going to blow themselves up and kill Americans. What?
What about re-education?
I used to be radicalized. I used to be very dangerous. Uh,
Are you an ex-Muslim?
I don't want to disclose personal information, but I don't know how I ended up leaving the cults and the programs that I was in. I don't know. So I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to repeat. Like when I debate people on Discord, it doesn't help.
Not debating you.
No, I'm saying when I try to deprogram people on Discord, it does not help. Like,
Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm
okay,
talking about putting them in essentially a camp
and
and telling them their culture is bad, killing them. Essentially, what would be considered genocide.
that's not
To
genocide.
strip them of their culture,
It's-
break
uh,
them.
okay, but look, in order, in general, I'll give you the equation. In order to deprogram someone, you have to give them a better life. The reason people become programmed is because the programming, the cults, the terrorism, it's just a better life. It's a better social life. What?
But if we put people in camps and yell at them for hours a day that they're wrong, and this is history, this is the fact, eventually believe it. It's very immoral to do. Something I think the Russians pioneered.
I don't think that works. So I'm telling you what works, as far as I know. A, if a person has a
What if
better
it doesn't?
what?
What if it doesn't? Like, what if they come into our country and then they don't assimilate and they don't do what you're suggesting?
So we know that there's plenty of Muslims who live in America and who have successfully assimilated.
There are
Simultaneously
many more who haven't.
in America?
Yeah. Have you seen the shit coming out of Dearborn? A lot have, a lot haven't.
Look, if a guy is a Muslim, is a practicing Muslim, that wakes up in the morning and goes to work and comes back at night to a family and feeds his family and children, and they salute the flag of the United States, and they're proud Americans, and they serve in the armed forces as Muslims, I don't see the problem with that. So,
In Sweden,
hmm
they are assaulting Jews in the street. I know I bring Sweden up a lot because it shows the worst case scenario.
okay,
Like,
yeah, Sweden. Look, I don't know the numbers, but Sweden is not good at assimilating because
let them stay in a majority area if they
I,
stay in a community with many others.
Well, I think I can speak for Sweden because I live in Sweden,
Okay,
and
want to try?
in Sweden, assimilation has failed because there is not a real strong sense of nationalism in Sweden, and also they're allowing Muslims to dictate whatever they want.
okay, look. So, in order to successfully assimilate, you have to have reward and punishment. You need to reward proper behavior that you want. Whatever behavior you want to promote, you reward. Whatever behavior you want to not promote, to demote, you punish. You don't need to punish so much. Punishment is might not be as effective. It's much more effective to reward. And the reward of being a good citizen is having a good life. And that's what happens in America. If you just have a normal, if you're a normal dude, excuse me?
There's stuff coming out of Dearborn. You seen what happened? You know what's happening in Dearborn?
No. Go ahead. I'm listening.
They're having they're having like pro Hamas rallies. There's like crazy shit. They're like Muslim priests who this doesn't speak for the majority of them, but there's like crazy shit out of YouTube coming out of the priests of Dearborn.
1 second. 1 second. Hello,
It's not a good
Yandolf. 1 second. Green Sky. Hold on. Let me welcome Yandolf. Okay, look, Mr. Green Sky. So you're saying there there are Hamas supporters. They might be terrorist supporters. So you
I
gotta.
wouldn't call them terrorists, but terrorist supporters.
Okay.
They're saying
Mm-hmm.
the mayor essentially said if Netanyahu comes into Dearborn, they're gonna arrest him,
I hope so.
which is
But
not
the guy's a war
right.
criminal.
He's not, and first of all, that's
Oh, he's
the
absolutely.
job.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, Green Sky. 1 second. Okay, let's switch the topic to
That'd be
Yandolf.
Joe.
One.
That'd
No.
be Trump's decision,
Okay, 1 second.
not some stupid mayor.
Green Sky. Hold on. Let's hear Yandolf. I'm actually interested in
Okay,
his
okay,
opinion. Let's hear what he says. Yes, Yandolf. So you think Netanyahu is a war criminal?
Absolutely, yeah. I think he's he's undertaking he's certainly a Zionist. He certainly has designs to take over the rest of the land that the Palestinians are currently in. They've been doing it inch by inch, but like they've used this recent October 7th attack to just like destroy basically the Gaza Strip. It's not proportionate.
Mm-hmm.
It's not right. And I do think that every country like should be standing up and saying, right, Netanyahu can probably go to the States because the States will always support him, but I think he should be arrested in any other country.
Wait, Yandolf, 1 second. Wait, Green Sky. Green Sky. By the way, your audio.
I'm finished. Yeah, I'm finished. Yeah, go ahead.
I understand. But Green Sky, there's something wrong with your audio. You like have echo. It's a little bit echoey. Some of the words you're saying are a little bit difficult.
Your stream.
And
your stream is causing it.
And yeah, you're cutting in and out. Like maybe I don't know. You're wearing like you're cutting in and out. Like the beginning of your words are not coming in. They're cut out. Like Yandolf's audio is impeccable. Felstaff, Akkadian, our audio is perfect. Okay. Your audio is terrible. Plus you're always like speaking while I'm speaking. You never let me finish.
Yeah.
Anyway, but other than that, you're on topic, so it's fine.
It's not the mayor's. It's not a mayor's job to defy federal law. We have a breakup of powers in the U.S. That'd be Trump's decision.
Wait 1 second. Okay, but that's already legalese. No, I don't want to get into legalese so much. So Yandolf,
it really depends. It really depends on how you see it. If good people stand by and do nothing, perhaps he's in that position where he's saying, "Well, I'm a good person. I'm not going to stand by and do nothing."
Yandolf, 1 second. Let me try and understand. So you feel Netanyahu is a war criminal? You said or something?
Absolutely.
What's your definition of a war criminal?
My definition of a war criminal. Well, let's look at what the Zionists have been doing. Like when you look at the people in the Gaza Strip, right? They've been in prison.
Let me stop you. Why are you switching to Zionists? Like we're discussing a person. You're accusing Benjamin Netanyahu.
Oh yeah, yes. I think he is. Yeah, because I think he.
Wait, listen to the question. Just listen to the question. You've done this twice. Just listen to my question. You've done this twice. Hello, Torch. Hello, the mind. So you've done this twice. Like you bring in the Zionists, but you. Yes. So you say Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal. I ask you why, and you talk about the Zionists. Why do you?
Yes.
What is a Zionist?
I am a Zionist.
So Zionist, by definition, is just Jewish nationalism to some extent.
Jews have a right to self-determination. That is
1 second. Let Yandolf. Let Yandolf explain himself. Yes, Yandolf. What's a Zionist? Green Sky, please. Yandolf? What's a Zionist?
Actually, the guy who was talking there was pretty much there. There is a sort of like a Jewish nationalism, right, which really has nothing to do with the Jewish people. My strong suspicion is that.
Well, if you look at the past, what was created,
Wait, Torch, 1 second. One at a time. I'm trying to just have a little bit back and forth with Yandolf. Yandolf is accusing Benjamin Netanyahu of being a war criminal, and I asked him to defend his position, and he started talking about Zionists. And my question is, that doesn't seem to have anything to do with Benjamin Netanyahu being a war criminal. So why do
Well,
you
it does because it does, and I'll lay this out this way for you.
No,
If
but
it
it's not an
hadn't
automatic
been for
correlation.
Cotton Eye Joe.
Well, the question is,
Okay,
Yandolf.
look,
Yeah, why do you?
never mind. Look, every time I speak, I'm getting cut off, so I'll just wait until everybody's fucking finished speaking.
It's
right?
gonna. I'll. Yeah. Everybody, please stop. Everybody, please stop. It's me and Yandolf, at least for a couple of seconds. So, Yandolf, why did you bring in this like Zionists when I'm asking you to defend your proposition? Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal. Go.
Yeah, and the reason is pretty simple, right? Benjamin Netanyahu is first and foremost a Zionist columnist, right? His Jewishness is second, and this is why I brought up Zionism.
Why is it?
How
is everybody? No, please let me just finish this back and forth, and then I'll.
I was starting the same time as you, so yeah.
No, hold on, Torch. It's my room. Please let me finish with Yandolf,
Continue,
and then
please.
after I finish with Yandolf, then we can switch to another person. So Yandolf, I don't understand. I'm asking you to defend the proposition Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal. Why do you bring up his affiliation to a movement? Why is that relevant?
Well, I think it is relevant. I think it helps explain his actions and his government's actions, to see them and understand what the Zionist movement want. They do not want Palestinians. They don't want a two-state solution. They want to basically.
Have they offered it so many times?
Have they what?
They've offered us two-state solutions so many times, and they've rejected it every time.
Funny. Why? It's a funny story, right? You hear the story that they have.
And there's another thing is, and I'm also going to purposely interrupt you because there is no one form of Jewish nationalism as well. Like Zionism is, like there's a very different variations of that. So there's not uniformity in the ideology as well.
Okay.
Look, Mr. Slave, it was fun while it lasted, but every time I've tried to speak, every time I've tried to lay out a narrative here, I've been cut off. So
okay,
look, enjoy the chat. Good night.
All right, Torch. What's your position? Are you Palestine, pro-Palestine, or pro-Israel? Whoa. Are you a Zionist or anti-Zionist?
Oh, generally speaking, I'm pro-Israel. Of course, I'm critical into certain regard towards certain policies, but overall, I would describe myself as pro-Israel.
1 second. Hello, 8090. Okay, so you're pro. Yeah, 8090. Are you anti-Israel? Are you pro-Palestine?
I believe in the policy of America first. I could care less what happens to either nations.
Let's go, USA.
So this room, everybody agrees with the name of the room. So I don't know, like everybody is.
So you want Gaza to be?
The USA should go conquer Africa and reestablish colonialism.
Basically, okay. So
like bring back Rhodesia and just make it America.
Okay, 1 second. So Torch,
every American should have the right to 4 Africans.
Green Sky, 1 second. So Torch, you're the only one who doesn't want America, like Gaza, to become America.
Gaza to become America. It's just. It's a.
Well, it's not becoming America.
The question is for you guys: do you want another decade of war in the Middle East?
It's not going to be a decade of wars if there's American control on it.
If we kick out the Palestinians,
well, there wasn't in Afghanistan. There was in Iraq.
Yeah, because we were fighting.
If we could clear them in a day.
Also, the majority of people who lived in Afghanistan supported the Mujahideen and wanted to support the extremist groups. People in Palestine do not support Hamas. There are people in Palestine.
To be clarified, what the United States wants is not Palestine. It wants the Gaza Strip.
Okay, I understand that. The reason why is because it wants to redevelop and there's potential investment opportunities there. Do what makes us money. That's my view.
Like it make you money in which regard?
What do you mean in which regard?
It doesn't have resources.
Which is why we're going to put in. Which is why exactly we're going to bring raw materials and put investments into Gaza because it's in
that
such
costs
prime
money.
location.
Gaza has a lot of potential. It's prime location. It has good farmland.
It's not farmland. The region.
Okay, let's. I'm inviting back that guy that left. What's his name?
Not. He's gay.
Gandalf. I've invited back.
We don't make that.
It doesn't matter.
In Islamic
He's
religion,
he's
each other
anti-Islam.
on the cheek.
Green Sky,
Kill them.
you gotta fix your mic. You're impossible to understand.
No, so like what I was saying is no. He's
on the cheek.
Green Sky. You are wrong. Like
Green Sky,
Torch is right that
Green Sky.
Torch is right that the Torch is right that the Gaza Strip is not. It doesn't have any fertile land. Right when after a British like colonial era of Palestine, the land there. The reason why Jews weren't moving there was because there was simply no land to support their own agriculture.
To be clear, in the first years, it was not part of Palestine. It was part of Egypt.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. The area is, however, the area is a prime spot for tourism. It's right next to beautiful beaches. We could profit so much from it, and so could Palestine.
So is Libya with that regard. So is Algeria. So is Tunisia. Okay, Tunisia, fair enough. That's Libya with that regard.
And one of these nations is completely doesn't have any form of government. The other nations do. So you tell me, one nation's a sovereign state, one nation's not. Palestine's not recognized as a sovereign nation.
It isn't. Yeah, you're right.
Yes, exactly. Which is why there's nothing internationally stopping us from.
Okay. To be fair, it currently has an overseer status instead of a full status within the United Nations.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but still, the United States can and will.
One second. Okay, being white went to my head.
Well, to colonize.
Back. Okay, being white, are you pro-Palestine or pro-Israel?
Hey, I have a good idea. What if we colonize Sweden?
Dude, no way, Patrick.
Okay,
Sweden.
What are you? Being white, what are you? Are you pro-Palestine or
I am in Sweden.
We can
I'm pro-Patrick Wilson.
And them all to the coma.
Wait, being white, are you gonna identify? How do you identify? Are you a Zionist or anti-Zionist?
I identify with Patrick Wilson.
I don't know who Patrick Wilson is.
He's an actor.
Never heard of him.
He's an Insidious.
You could say, yeah, he is like an Insidious actor.
What's your position? I need to know. Are you whose side are you
Mate,
on?
he's trolling. Mate, he's trolling. You don't get it.
Oh, he doesn't have a position.
No, there is. Well, okay. First of all, Mr. Slave is actually Mr. Slave is a bad faith actor.
Oh, what? What's your position? Are you going to identify? At least you're gonna.
That's simple.
Are you gonna at least tell us your position, being white?
And I'm an anti-Semite and an anti-Arab.
What? You're an anti-Semite?
I think that
he believes in genocide.
Wait,
we should allow Jews.
Are you National Socialist as well?
We should allow Jews to habitually we should allow Jews to habitually and prolifically abuse and persecute Arabs indefinitely until these so-called Jews prove to be a problem on their own.
Okay. You must be fun at parties.
Wait, being white, let me try to understand your position. So first of all, wait, you know me? You know me as a bad faith actor?
Yeah, man.
How do you know me? I've never seen you before. I don't remember ever meeting you.
You have. We've had countless conversations.
What was your previous name?
No.
No? Oh, he left. Okay.
So now it's just you and me and Falstaff. Hello,
yeah,
Falstaff.
No, Schmelstaff doesn't care. Schmelstaff is doing homework.
No, I'm not. I'm playing a game called Star Sector.
Hello, 8090.
Thick ass
Question. So, Mr. Slave, what do you want?
I want Gaza to be an American territory. Um, Preferably without the Palestinians, at least those. I mean, those who want to stay and salute the flag of the United
I
States.
would just give it back to Egypt, what it was after, like,
And you think
after
Egypt can manage it? Egypt can't even manage their own economy. They're already in one of the biggest collapses of the entire history. Their tourism departments has been falling recently. You think Egypt has the money or resources to
Okay,
handle the
80,
Palestinian
90,
situation?
80, 90. You have a great point. I'd love to talk to you next, but I want to discuss this with Torch one on one. Give me a couple of seconds and then I'll talk to you. Oh, that's what people do? They leave?
because
What?
nobody wants to have a one-on-one conversation and listen to it, mate. It's that simple.
Even if I say, give me a couple of seconds,
Yeah,
like, let me
yeah,
have a one on one.
mate. We're living in the age of short attention spans.
Oh my god. I thought I have a short attention span. Oh my god.
You do. You have an exceptionally short attention span.
Well, I also have
Well,
very
there are people who have more
wait,
short
Torch.
accept.
Torch, you I had a follow up. Say it again, Schmelstaff.
What you
The thing is,
yourself,
with
Torch,
the United
Torch,
States,
listen. I
it's
have a
just
listen. I have a
I don't
follow
know,
up.
like I don't know why
Listen.
you thought you should talk again. Like that was really stupid of
Oh
you
my
to
god.
think that you should have did that.
Schmelstaff, say it again. Say it
Talking.
again. Say it again. So Torch
Say what
said.
but
again?
Torch
anyways,
said about the short attention span. Schmelstaff, talk about my attention span. What do you think about it?
it's horribly short. He
You've
said.
got a tiny attention span. Fucking Nimrod. Why is that like? Why is it so like chuckle funny?
Because I'm gonna say yeah, and yeah, I have something else that's tiny, but there's no chick running around here, so it doesn't matter. You ruined my joke. My joke was ruined. Complete ruin. Okay, Torch. Let's have a one on
Well, what
one.
okay. I'm gonna tell you. If the United States would go back or would go into Gaza, say goodbye to any approval ratings for Donald J. Trump.
Any
Um,
approval ratings? If wait, you're saying
yeah,
okay. First of all, you
if
identify
America.
as a
The thing is,
Zionist.
even if you go in there into Gaza and try to resettle population, this will
Yeah,
kill
you can
American
never do
soldiers.
it. You can never go into Gaza.
It would kill American soldiers. Like, and even trying to do that, it's gonna be like America can't handle wars on a political level currently, even more so.
Okay, Torch, talk to me. Okay, now it's me and you one on one. Are you a Zionist? How do you identify?
So how do I identify? I'm not a Zionist.
Not a
I think Zionist you can only identify my opinion as a Zionist if you're living in Israel, because Zionism is by definition
Okay. How do you
Israeli nationalism.
Okay.
That's what it is at the end
Okay.
and the start.
Okay. How do you identify? Are you pro-American, pro-West, pro-Putin, pro what?
I would describe myself as generally speaking, pro-Western.
Okay, Western. I'm taking notes. All right.
Why are you taking notes? Don't take notes.
Why not?
It's weird.
Well,
no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nah, please.
Okay, no notes. All right. So you are a pro-Westerner. Okay. So you're asking. Okay, what's your solution for Gaza? Let's try. Give it a shot. Let's try.
The solution for Gaza.
Yeah.
That's a hard one because I think easy answers are dumb answers usually.
What do you think? What do you think is causing the situation in Gaza? I mean, it wasn't like this.
That's almost a century of a.
No, No,
problem.
no. In 1967, when the Jews went in, they were welcomed with flowers by the Gazans.
No. What I'm referring to is the whole subject. It's a century of prelude. That's what I'm referring to. It's a
What's your
it's a very long
What's your
history.
evidence? What's your evidence for that?
What's an evidence of that? Society, history, social structures being connected. As an example, is
No. What's your
how
evidence?
do you know how
That's
do you
not
know how
evidence.
Zionism how do you know how Zionism came to fruition?
But no. Look, you
No
didn't.
evidence. Oh, you said evidence. Things. This like I was not even creating a theory for giving evidence right now. I'm just saying things are
What?
complicated.
But
That's
you're
what I'm
not. I'm
saying right
saying
now.
that. Look, if you think things are complicated, that's like then you're not being scientific. You need to simplify it scientifically. You need to show me.
If I have all the data, sure.
No, you don't need
If I
data.
don't
You
have all
need
the data,
no,
it's unprofessional.
no. And look, gravity. You
At
could
least
like
more data.
before. Okay, listen. Before Newton gave us gravity, it used to be really complicated. No one knew what's going on. After Newton, it became simpler. After Einstein, it
Yeah, but that's but mate, that's physics, not social science. They work a little
okay,
bit
but
different.
it's science. So according to the
Uh,
science, if
uh,
you believe in the
it's
science,
made it works differently, very differently. Social science
let's
to a
ask
certain extent.
Schmelstaff. Schmelstaff, am I right?
What?
Do you believe in science? Isn't science the best thing
I
ever?
believe in science, but science and social science are still two different pair of shoes.
Social sciences are not real.
The thing is they're not physically real. Their social science is the try explanation of human interactions,
Hello. Oh, okay. Well, wait, Perp Kush. Perp
and
Kush.
that's quite complicated.
Okay, listen, Perp Kush is an anti-Semite, so finally we can have an interesting discussion. Hello, Perp Kush.
What?
You're not an anti-Semite?
I don't even know what the fuck that means, bro.
Oh, wait, I don't have notes about you.
Yes, you do. You're fucking lying, you stupid bastard.
Stop. Schmelstadt.
Fucking lying.
If he doesn't
Stupid
identify...
fucking bastard.
Okay. Anyway, Perp Kush, what's your
Oh,
opinion?
Jew hatred? I might be an
Oh,
anti-Semite.
good, finally. Yeah, but Schmelstaff also hates Jews, so that's not enough. Okay, so Perp Kush, wait, you hate Jews?
They're my biggest problem as I've been becoming more and more of a Christian.
Okay, that's good. So tell me about your problem with the Jews. What's the problem?
Well, they're fucking evil. They clearly do not follow the Bible at all. I
Oh
mean,
my
they
God,
every chance they get, they
your audio is broken up. What? I don't know what you just
Well,
said.
Mr. Slave,
Yes, Torch.
enjoying your conversations. It seems like you are. Yeah.
I
Have a nice
need
day.
oh, he left. Okay. Okay, Perp Kush, let's go. So you hate Jews. That's good. Well, why do you hate Jews?
well, fuck. I don't know if I want to do this right now.
Oh my God, your audio is terrible. You have echo. Can you speak closer to your mic?
That has to be you because I don't think it's me.
Schmelstaff, is it me or him? Whose mic is terrible?
His mic is kind of bad.
Yeah, Perp, your mic is more horrible than usual. If you can get it,
Really?
yeah, you can listen. Here's the recording. I'll give you the link. You can listen to it, and you tell me. It's pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad. You can listen to it, and you tell me. Oh, he's listening. Okay. Schmelstaff, I'm looking for an IDE to work in Python. You are right. I mean, the notebook is terrible. There's no debugging. If you would see how debugging works in the notebooks, you would.
Okay, listen.
What?
That was going to be inevitable, right?
Yeah.
Because the only way you can actually I get Copilot, right? Where it it's finishing lines for you. But at the end of the day, this shit is a text file.
Yeah.
Like it's a specifically formatted text file. You don't need some fucking crazy notebook to fucking make one. Like you can even use AI tools to make a real fancy, nice text file.
No,
You
my
don't
point
need a
is,
fucking
but that's
step
my
by
point.
step, like everything
My
cordoned
point.
off. You're just like creating variables whenever the fuck you want. Like
1
it's
second.
weird as fuck.
Schmelstaff, the problem is that there's no debugger. Anyway, Green Sky, how's your mic? Is your mic better?
Yeah, there's no debugger because there's probably no real compiler.
No, of course there's a compiler. Debugger is okay.
Mr. Slave.
Yes.
How do you know it's not making queries?
Okay,
How do you
Mr.
know?
Slave, I
Schmelstaff,
have a
1 second.
question.
Yes, Green Sky.
We check your search history.
What about it?
We check it.
Check my search history?
Yeah, your screen's sharing. We can hit Command H.
Why?
We have to see what you've been curious.
Why?
Because I'm curious.
No, I don't like
You
that.
can date Mr. Felstaff. You can date Felstaff if you do it.
Like a what?
You can have Felstaff as a bride.
Bride?
Yeah.
What do you mean
It's now
bride?
transgender.
Schmelstaff, you
You're trans-
transgender?
You see?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Green Sky, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You can date
He's
Felstaff
just
if you
saying
show your
shit.
search history.
Green Sky, I'm not gay. I don't date humans with peepees. I like vaginas very much.
He likes vajays.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I like BJJ.
What
I
are
like
you, a sexist?
I like doing
When he gets down and dusty on it, he said he starts smacking their vajayjay.
I like chicks strangling me in jujitsu. That's the best thing in the universe. Nothing beats that.
He's a
Can we
Jewy
just-
jitsu
You
warrior.
gotta see your search history.
What are you talking? Why do you want to see my search history?
I'm curious.
What?
Curious.
Okay, be curious with somebody else. I don't share personal stuff. If I wanted to
What
share it,
about your social security number?
yeah, right away. Hold on. Let me give it to you. I'll give you my password also to all my accounts, everything.
Your first name, your mom's maiden name, your last name, your middle name.
Definitely. Okay, Green Sky, do you want to talk
The
about
name of your
something? Okay,
husband.
shush. Here on this channel, we actually talk about things that are relevant to the universe, not irrelevant. So, what do you want to talk about, Green Sky?
You tried this new weight loss program?
No, Schmostaff, why are you yawning? Are you yawning? It's not late.
No.
Okay.
Scaring him to death.
Okay, Green Sky. So, what's your solution for the Gaza?
I don't have one.
Oh.
I mean, there is the solution. I think it could work.
Okay.
Every day they don't get back the hostages, Gaza shrinks by half.
Okay. Okay, so let me ask you something else. What do you think caused Gaza to become Gaza?
Palestinians. Israel's lack of
There's
intervention.
there's Palestinians literally everywhere in the visible universe. Why is
Fine, not
Gaza?
the Pal-
What?
Israel pulled out. Israel pulled out.
Israel pulled out.
In a peace
120,
deal,
120.
ripped people from their homes to establish to
The
allow
actual label, right? So that
Gaza to be a step. It would be all.
I can't hear what you're saying. You're all broken up. Jesus help me.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me better now?
1 second. Let me see. There's Ziva. Is your name Ziva? Communist. Oh, good. Communist. Hello,
I'm not a
Ziva.
communist.
No, Ziva. Oh, they left. Yes,
No, but
Greens.
more with
What? What?
no, but okay. We shrink Gaza 50% every time they attack.
What do you think caused?
Eventually, Egypt.
Listen to the question. What caused Gaza? What caused
Israel
Gaza to
pulled
be
out.
so terrible? What?
Israel pulled out. Israel pulled out.
Okay.
Allowed the Palestinians.
Israel pulled out of the Sinai
Okay.
Peninsula and handed it to Egypt. It did not become Gaza.
No, but it pulled out of Gaza. Egypt didn't want peace deals with Arafat.
Wait,
It
what?
pulled out.
Yasser Arafat was never in Gaza. He never had anything to do
No,
with
but they signed peace deals with it. Like under like the Oslo Accords, they pulled out of Gaza. Gaza, like ripping people
No.
out of their home.
The pulling out of Gaza had nothing to do with Oslo. The pulling out of Gaza was a separate move. It was unilateral. It was not a bipartisan whatever. It was not bilateral agreement. It was unilateral. Israel pulled out of Gaza.
It was a sign of goodwill.
Nah, I don't
The
know what it
sign
was. Not
that peace
clear.
could be achieved.
Not clear. Not clear what it was. So
It was a mistake
I don't
by
know.
Ariel Sharon.
I don't know. You gotta prove that
But
it was a mistake.
it did happen. Israel ripped people out of their homes and forced them
Okay.
to come back to Israel.
Oh, Jewish people. Israel ripped Jewish people out of their homes and forced them to come back into Israel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yes.
but okay, what caused Gaza to become so terrible?
Getting into that, Israel pulling out,
Mhm.
allowed the Gaza to vote for their own future. They voted in terrorism,
Okay, so
and then when they committed terror attacks, they got sanctioned. Israel respond. Keep in mind, Israel put in infrastructure like water
wait,
pipes.
1 second.
They ripped it out to
Okay,
make
okay,
missiles.
okay. But you're not telling me why did Gaza become so terrible? Like, what's the cause?
They put in Hamas. They picked their leader.
Okay, but why
Because
did
Israel,
Gaza become so terrible? Right? Right? It's Palestinians. There's many Palestinians in America. There's Palestinians.
they do horribly all over the
I've
world.
literally
They're
met.
not. They're majority of Palestinians
Listen.
that,
I've
and
literally
then
listen.
they're not wanted anywhere. They do
Listen.
horribly everywhere.
No, that's not true. I've met Palestinians literally everywhere in the world. Everywhere I've met Palestinians, they were my best friends. Literally. Everywhere in the world I've met, they were very nice people, very productive, hard workers, good fighters.
Okay.
I've
Okay. I
wait,
can deny that.
what?
There's nothing wrong with them as a culture.
But there's also Palestinians in the West Bank, and the West Bank is not Gaza. I mean, it's not the best.
And they hold pretty bad views in the West Bank. They're not much
One
better. The
second.
fact is,
1 second. 1
Israel
second.
holds them
1
under.
second. 1 second. Hello. 1
In,
second.
in the
1
West Bank,
second.
Israel has
1
them under their thumb.
second. 1 second. Hello, Mug Loved. I'm sorry, Green Sky, I had to mute you. I just wanted to say hello to Mug Loved. I'll unmute you now.
Mr. Slave.
Yeah, Mug
We're
Loved.
best
What's up?
friends now.
What's up,
Not
Mug
much.
Loved? Mug Loved, what's
We're
your
best friends now.
Mug Loved, what's your position?
Yeah, what's up, Muglug?
Mug Loved,
Muglug, I like that too.
what's your position on Israel v. Palestine v. America v. the universe?
Well, different things, I suppose. For US, I don't think we should really do anything in there. I like my money. I'd like my money going to the US or
Hello?
somewhere where I can at least see it.
Okay, hello, Buffy.
It's
Okay.
not a good. I'm trying to defund science right now.
Okay, 1 second. So Muglov, finally, you might have a contravailing opinion. Is there such a word, contravailing? Does that mean anything?
I'm just
Okay.
gonna assume it means the same as controversial. So
Yeah, something like that. So,
close
okay,
enough.
okay. So Mugloved, so you're saying you like your money? Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
referring to American money, not
okay.
just mine.
So I mean, it's all about return on investment. It's all a balance sheet. Like sometimes you do something and you get something from it. Sometimes you invest more than you get back. Sometimes you invest less and get back more.
Agreed.
So just saying I like my money, that's fine. But like, so for example, you know that Gaza, if America declares it a US or purchases it as a US territory, then America can build an army base, a military base, or multiple military bases there. And this will be a foothold for America in the Middle East. So this could stabilize the Middle East.
I feel like we proved that us being in the Middle East didn't stabilize it during like the whole GWAT. Like we spent
I
20
was
years in
gonna
the Middle East
say.
and didn't do anything.
What is GWAT?
But that's
The
unrelated.
global war on terror.
hmm
GWAT
because
is
they're
global
failures.
war on terror.
Dude,
So
fucking 3 generations of Americans spent their time in the Middle East and nothing changed.
okay,
They don't want to be
Buffy.
stabilized.
It's because of our
Buffy,
failure.
hold on,
That's
Buffy.
because
Let
our
me
failure
just.
once
Oh,
was
1 second, 1 second. Blah, 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 blah. So Buffy, just I don't allow giggling in this room. So whatever you want to say, just don't
Don't allow
giggle.
giggling in the room. I
Okay.
don't think I giggled, but all right.
I mean, after you posed your opinion, then you giggle towards the end, as if it's like you're pretending as if you're correct because
Oh, I
reasons.
am correct that nothing changed. We started in 1970, stayed there until I think 3 years ago, and then like nothing happened. They immediately
I
went back to
agree.
chaos after we left.
I agree. I agree that everything the U.S. did was for naught.
In
But
vain.
yeah, in
And that
vain.
was and that was active interference. Like we
Yes,
were
yes, we
actively
all
fighting them.
agree.
Just having
We
a
all
military base
agree.
nearby wouldn't do anything.
We all agree. We all agree. So there's no point in repeating your proposition. We all concede that proposition.
Okay.
But what we're saying is, what I would say is, Gaza is finally something different and something much better and something that has the potential of succeeding.
Yeah, that's beachfront property, right?
That's not the reason. That's not the reason.
I mean,
I have a
yeah,
solution.
Trump's saying it is.
What
But
if
but
we
that's
use
not.
the children of Gaza
I mean,
to build ships?
I mean, because it's a beachfront, that's pretty good. That's good. It's always good to have access to the Mediterranean. It's neighboring with Israel. It's neighboring with
What
Egypt.
about its history?
Okay, yeah, it has issues. It doesn't come for free, but it's a good piece
But
of
do you think
land.
the price and difficulty associated with like annexing Gaza or like absorbing Gaza would actually be worthwhile? Like, do you think it's actually profitable enough for that to be a good investment?
Oh, it absolutely be profitable.
It
And
doesn't
all the
Would it?
have.
Gazans it
It
would be
doesn't have
profitable.
to be. It could fail. I mean, it could be a disaster. The planet could
What's the
explode.
goal then with absorbing Gaza into the
The
U.S.?
universe could explode as a result. I mean, that's the worst
Okay, well,
case scenario. But
what's the best case scenario for absorbing Gaza? Like,
no,
what's the goal?
the best case scenario, I would say a very likely. I don't know if it's the most. I would maybe say them.
But what is it?
Probably
What's the goal with absorbing
the
Gaza?
goal is for Gaza to become a U.S. territory like the rest.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Why do we want it? We wouldn't go off
We
trying
wouldn't
to
spend
absorb
like
Korea.
billions in military operation for no reason except to have it.
No.
No,
It would
no.
be a lot of money to absorb Gaza.
Let's forget about the cost. Let me ask you: if you could get Gaza as an empty strip of land for America as a territory, would you say that's also bad?
Yeah.
Empty strip? I mean, probably no, but the fact that there are millions of people there and they just historically don't even hold Western values.
I was going to say
don't
something
think they would be
similar. It's
absorbed.
probably going to be a breeding ground for terrorism if you take over Gaza.
Let's separate variables. I agree with the issues. So right,
Let's
there's
make
no-
it a perfect world where it's not applicable anymore. Okay, go ahead.
Wait, Buffy.
I'm just saying the
No
way you're trying to
giggling.
make this argument doesn't
No
make sense.
giggling. No giggling.
No giggling.
You're
Okay.
making fun, and you're making fun of
I'm not
me.
making fun of you.
And you make yes, you are.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're.
I just giggle a lot.
No.
I'm a flamboyant homosexual. That's why I giggle so much.
No.
I can't
no.
control it.
No.
Yeah.
Plus, you hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry, Mr. Slave.
It's fine. Just please refrain from.
Let's call him Black.
No, stop.
Okay,
Anyway,
refraining from giggling.
Yeah. So, Mr. Buffy.
Why do we want to absorb Gaza? I don't understand.
So let's agree on the fundamentals. If Gaza were to be an empty strip of land, would you be pro or against absorbing it as a U.S. territory? Yes or no?
If we bordered it, maybe, but it's so far away and it's so detached from what America is.
What do you mean?
I don't think it makes sense.
What do you mean?
Borders
If
to the
it was,
USA.
if it was bordering the USA.
I mean,
Like
Alaska.
if it was a neighbor for
I
it.
understand. Alaska is not bordering Puerto Rico. I don't think it's bordering.
I mean,
Hawaii is not
It's
bordering.
much closer, and they share much more.
Yeah, and the main reason we had
more
Alaska
value.
was so we could have more control towards Russia.
Yeah.
Okay, but okay. So let me ask. Okay, but fine. So if again, let me hear it again. So if Gaza were to be an empty strip of land, would you be pro or against absorbing it as U.S. territory?
With its
Did I
current
answer?
location, probably against.
No. Let's give Buffy a chance because he's. I think.
I thought
give
he
him a
answered
chance.
it.
Yeah. Okay, Buffy. What's the answer? Pro or against?
With where it is, no. I think it would be. I would be against. It would cost so much. It doesn't have that much value, and the people who live there and live around
just
it.
one
don't have
reason.
much-
Just one. No. Just one reason. Give me one. We'll deal with one reason at a time. So, are you pro or against? Again, please.
I'm against it.
Okay, and one reason why you're against it, please.
Well, I listed 3. You can pick any one of those if you want.
No, give me your best one. Let's deal with your best one.
The people who live in and around Gaza don't have Western values. They wouldn't integrate well with society.
Okay, just one reason. But okay, that's like one reason. So
that was a reason. What?
Yeah. So you're saying no. So okay, so you're saying but let's assume again that it's an empty strip of land. So no one is living in it.
Okay, well then I'll go to my other reason that it's so far detached from America and it doesn't have much value as land.
Okay, one
Other than
reason.
the beachfront property, we can say
that is a
You're
reason.
giving multiple reasons. It's going to be very
Okay,
difficult.
so use my multiple reasons, man. What are you trying to back
one
me into a
reason.
corner of only having one?
No. I mean, obviously, I'm trying to back you into a corner. Otherwise, I don't know what else to do. How else do you have a discussion?
Just pick a claim, dude. Just pick a claim to address.
No.
I would prefer that you go on the
real quick,
Western
Mr. Slave,
values.
Mr.
Okay.
Slave. He
Yes,
gave you
Mark.
2 different reasons distinctly. Because the first one you said that's not a reason.
I don't
but gave you a
allow.
second.
I don't allow moderation in this room. So you can
What,
present.
what do you mean moderation?
Don't allow moderation. You
You're
put everything in
moderating.
circuit
You're
use,
like
don't make sense.
you're moderating between me and.
I'm
Buffy.
not moderating.
Okay,
I'm
Mark,
saying that you're
one
not
second.
taking his reasoning.
Okay, everybody, 1 second. Let me just welcome Mr. Sol Day. Hello. Oh, Mr. Sol Day, you look familiar.
Slave, I have a question for you.
You have a what?
Uh,
What do you have?
are you Mr. Slave from the South Park?
No, I'm not gay. I'm straight. I'm a straight slave.
You're a straight slave.
Yeah.
You're a slave of what? Like a woman, government,
Women.
country?
No, just women. I love being abused by women.
I see.
Type shit. Yeah, relatable.
Yeah.
Can we though?
I have a
Mr.
wife.
Can we back up, dude? Can we back away from the whole like perfect world? What if it was an empty strip of land? Because it's not, right? It's covered in rubble and it's full of people. I feel like that's the most important claim to address, is that there's a bunch of people there who don't want to be absorbed into the U.S. and who wouldn't fit well into the U.S.
Okay, but I don't have a problem.
Why wouldn't they fit well into the U.S.? Huh?
So absorbing, like, so it would basically just it'd be taking a bunch of people who don't have Western values or Western culture and putting them into somewhere where they're expected to have Western values and respect Western culture. It's like if we absorbed like a section of Russia, you wouldn't expect the new Russians to feel American or to like the way that America was run, you know? Not that like immigration is bad or whatever, but immigration is a little bit different in that the people who are coming to America want to be in America, and they are expecting that America is going to be different, even though they might hold different values. If we just absorbed a section of land, we would be taking everybody. So we would have two options: either we deport everybody, like Trump has.
Wait,
referenced
Mr.
and talked about
Buffy, you're monologuing, which is an issue that I'm having with you. You're very difficult to debate. You're not doing a back and forth.
bring
Like
up-
you're.
So, real quick, he's not really monologuing. He was going deeper in his point.
Yeah, we would have two options.
Like
We could either
laying
deport
out
all
specifics and stuff.
No,
very
Buffy,
bad,
I
or
don't
we
know.
could absorb-
I never know how to respond to Mr. Buffy because
I think that's a you problem. I don't even mean to be rude. I
Mr.
think that
Buffy, that's
Yeah, it's
not
kind of following a point.
Mr. Buffy. You're being
He asked me-
rude. You're not
Mr.
nice
Slave,
in this room.
Mr. Slave, respectfully,
room-
Mr. Slave, you weren't even the one that asked the question. Felstaff asked me the question. I was addressing him.
Yeah, but Schmelstaff.
If he has an issue with the way I'm monologuing, with the way that I'm
No, but
monologuing,
I
he can-
usually don't allow crosstalk. It's usually
Okay, then
wasn't it? Hang on,
Mr.
wasn't it
Slave.
45 seconds ago that you said you didn't allow moderation?
I don't allow anything that I don't like.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hello,
definition of fascism, by the way.
Okay,
Hello, Mr.
Right.
Slide. Hello, Mr.
Ah,
Slide.
no. All
What
right.
was the
I
question
love
even
you,
about?
Mr.
Okay, wait,
Slade.
Buffy.
Watch him mute me.
I'm enjoying talking to Buffy more than anyone because he's the most controversial one, and he's the
I'm controversial because
and he's
all I
Hey,
do is
Buffy,
make.
hey, Buffy, did you know he's recording you and he's going to get you banned?
I'm
So
not.
don't say
He can
anything
record me. I'm
crazy.
not violating TOS.
How am I going to
Please,
get him
please,
banned?
please.
What are you talking about?
You're going to report
Towel.
him to the mods. I already know.
You can report
I
me.
never
know.
reported anyone to anywhere except for.
Also, Tower, he's gonna take whatever you say serious. So like, just don't come in here.
Me and
And
Mr. Oh, hold on, Me and Mr. Slave go way back. We have an
You guys go
extensive
way
history.
back.
We went
All
to
right.
the dentist together. Okay.
Really?
we went to the molars together.
I don't know
Emma and
that.
went
Yeah,
way
I don't know what
back.
that means. Okay, Mr. Buffy.
They went to the Moeller Institute together. That's where they-
Felstaff. What I was saying was the issue with absorbing a
No,
bunch
I
of people
don't.
who
I
don't
don't
share your
allow.
values.
No, Buffy. I don't allow
No,
talking.
he doesn't allow.
I don't allow
Yeah.
talking. Only.
You don't allow talking?
No, no talking is
No
allowed.
talking. Like I went so fucking hard.
No
Like,
talking.
Except for if it's to me. You can only
if it's
talk to
me.
So, but hang on. But you also don't allow talking when it's to you. When I bring up points you don't like, you say no.
That's correct.
That's awesome.
This is like this is the.
Sorry, Buffy. Buffy,
valid
sorry to interrupt, but what even was the question? What was
What
the
was the
question even
question?
about?
Yeah, so I made the claim that it would be bad to absorb the people of Gaza into the U.S. because they don't share Western values or respect Western culture. And somebody asked, "Well, hang on, why is absorbing people wrong? Like, why is integrating differing people into society a bad thing?" And so I was just explaining why I thought that it can be it can bring issues.
Well, they just have a
So
different.
is that more like an immigrant, like allowing immigrants to come in America, or
Okay,
I made a.
I'm sorry.
I actually
I'm
addressed the
sorry.
immigrants thing,
Okay,
but
okay.
Mr. Slave cut me
Yeah,
off because he's a
I'm
dictator.
sorry.
After all.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
So with
sorry.
the immigration thing,
Okay,
immigrants are
okay,
coming in,
Mr.
first of all, in
Mr.
smaller numbers.
Okay,
Second
Mr.
of all, are
Okay,
coming in
Mr. Buffy.
expecting America to be different and
Okay,
respecting America.
back to me and Mr. Buffy having a very nice debate. All right, Mr. Buffy. So, what do you want to talk about? It. What's the topic you want to pick?
Are we still on Gaza? I can't even tell.
It's up to you because I think anything we would discuss, we would have a great disagreement. Like I don't think we can agree on
Really?
anything.
You don't think there's anything we agree on?
I mean, I think we agree
Okay.
on everything, but you're always gonna disagree. I think you're a disagreeable
I think you just don't know how to debate, and so everything seems like an unfair disagreement.
That's a very mean statement. See,
It's not mean. Here, I know what to
Very
debate.
mean.
I want to debate.
You hurt his feelings, asshole.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad. I want to debate on why you think that the way you run your chat room promotes logical discussion.
I thought you were gonna say promotes. Anyway,
Slavery.
Promotes slavery.
Promotes what? Promotes
I
what?
can't finish the sentence because I'm gonna get demoted on this cringe server.
My issue with the way that you are running this room is it feels that you don't want people to say things that you disagree with or that you think would be hard to disprove. You only want ideas that you can either support or can easily get rid of.
Okay, Mr. Buffy, as per
I
usual,
think that's
I don't
based,
know.
though.
I don't know what you're saying because you're saying many things. I don't know. So maybe you want to
Is it
say
the big words or is it the multiple claims?
it's very you're like very lengthy. You're using many words.
I'm
It's
lengthy.
the multiplicity of the word.
I'll see if I can do it. I'll see if I can do it in 20 words.
That's even too many. Try one.
That's too many. Okay.
One
I'm gonna
word.
count.
Just why?
You don't allow ideas that you can't easily disprove.
Uh,
That was
not
less
one
than.
word.
Okay, what's your
Wasn't,
evidence?
it wasn't one.
It's
That was
Okay,
okay.
one word.
Let's assume I know what you're saying. What's
What's
your
my evidence? Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, make
So, my
bullet
evidence-
points for him at this
I can
point.
I can bring you up my evidence as long as you don't say I'm monologuing. So first,
No, first.
you-
Only one.
okay, you have a nice day. I'll see you
No,
later.
Bobby.
I can't, dude. I can't debate with this dude, and I can't debate with y'all because he doesn't want.
You're taking him
he
too
doesn't want
serious.
anyone else
Come on.
talking.
You're taking him too
You know?
serious, bro. Come on.
No, I'm in here to debate.
You are.
I'm in here to
I
debate.
get it. I get it. But is this like your first day on the server?
No,
Oh,
I've
yeah,
been
it
here for like
actually
2 days.
is. No,
Yeah.
genuinely is. Okay.
Oh, it
there's like-
is?
dude.
No.
Yeah, this is like a second day, bro.
It's my
Okay.
first time seeing him. If this is like his thing, I'm not getting the joke.
No, 2/3 of the people on here are just like completely disingenuous. Like you
I've
cannot
only
have
bumped into
contact with them.
one other call that's like disingenuous.
Yeah, and that's totally cool. Well, then you've been pretty lucky so far. There are a lot of people that are just disingenuous.
I'm not like upset about this. I'm just saying like there's absolutely no way to have a productive discussion like this.
Yo, Buffy,
No,
by the
but
way,
you're taking
Tower
it
is bullshitting.
You love
Tower is
Wait,
bullshitting,
one
dude.
second.
Absolutely.
Buffy, you have pronouns.
Buffy, I'm leaving too. Just leave.
I have pronouns.
No.
Yeah,
They're not constructive. I'm going to God doesn't exist. See you, dude.
Mug loved to touch his kids. So, I don't know if you wanna-
Mr. Slave, do you think you don't have not programs? Do you think you don't have pronouns?
I don't. I mean, I'm obviously, you know, I'm a cross dresser and I'm a sexual deviant.
Right.
So, but
even if you're a
Serious?
I
I think you're creeping.
Everyone has
You're not
pronouns.
serious, are you?
Yeah, but
Mr. Slave, I don't think you're serious about this. You're just trolling.
I mean, I'm also.
Did you just call
As a
yourself like
cross-dressing
sexual
social-
deviant?
Sexual deviant. Not bullshitting at all.
Who's admitted to being a cross?
Being an aircraft, I don't identify as an aircraft.
As a person who is a cross-dressing sexual deviant who identifies as an aircraft, the Slave is just like me for real.
Real. That's real.
Okay, Buffy, please don't leave. Finally, you're someone interesting to talk to.
I'm not leaving, but it's very hard to debate you when you don't want to hear what's it's very difficult.
I know, but it's really for your benefit.
No, it's not. You won't let me say what I want to say. This is like trying to debate against the CCP while being a resident of China. Like, that's exactly what this feels like.
Okay.
So how is that would be even possible? Like allowing Gazans to become American citizens in the first place? We're talking about like close to 2 million people.
Wait,
You said what's the problem?
No, so they.
So how is that even possible?
How is it
So
possible?
either we deport all of them or we absorb all of them and make them citizens.
So that was the question, right? Like he wants to absorb all of the Gazans to America. How would that be even possible?
You can make as many new citizens as you want. It's not a problem of the law. It's a problem of they wouldn't want to be American.
Wait, what's your evidence?
I'm almost certain there's been a poll that supports my claim. I'll look for it. Hang on.
I mean, Mr. Slave, you can see it right now. Like they went through hell for like the last a year and a half. So do you think they would go ahead and discard all the shit that they went through and become American?
Yeah.
Maybe you, but not others.
Also, they just
Respectfully.
historically don't have like people in the Middle East historically don't have American values. Like they just don't share Western culture. It's nothing against them. It's just that's not what like they would be coming into America and not be enjoying what America stands for.
But what
Yeah, but
actually
you
America
need-
stands for right now, like Mr. Buffy, with all due respect, what does America actually stands for right now?
Well, we're very
Jewish
historically
power.
like a
Let-
bastion of Western
let-
culture, right?
One
That's
second,
just not the case.
Solday, in this room, there's a rule that you can only debate me. So anything you want to ask, you have to ask.
Dude, Mr. Slave, fucking quit.
Mental. Yeah,
Quit
that's
the
actually
bit,
insane.
dude.
That assumes that your opinion is the most valuable,
No, it's
Quit the
because
bit,
I'm
bruh.
or that
making.
you're the
Quit the
most
bit,
knowledgeable,
bruh.
No,
Quit the
or that
bit,
you're the best at
bruh.
debating.
Quit the
No,
bit,
It assumes that
bruh.
you're valuable in a way that somebody else isn't.
No.
Stop fucking entertaining Mr. Slave. This guy's a retard.
No.
Stop.
Well, if I stop entertaining him, he's the type of
Turn
dude
him
that would just like,
down.
ban
Turn
me.
him down, nigga.
Tower,
Alright.
you're making noise. Stop making so much noise.
No, you cross-dresser tranny. Shut up.
I'm not.
All right, I've got him muted. What's the topic we're on again? Oh yeah, absorbing Gaza.
Wait,
It
you
wouldn't be
muted.
good.
Who did you mute?
I have you
Muted
very
me.
turned down so that if I want
Why?
to stop listening to you, I can. Because, dude, you're getting in the way. You're getting in the way of logical discussion between people who actually want to learn.
No, in this room.
No, you're not. What's your source? Hang on, I have an empty notebook full of your rational claims. Here, I'm gonna pull it up.
I have an empty notebook.
Yeah, it's an empty
And
notebook full of all of
they're full of the good things that you've said. It's empty.
That's a holdover from when I used to be able to
You
use my
hold up
camera.
like an empty spiral notebook. It's
I
full of them.
Okay, Buffy. Do you
That's a
want
holdover from when I used
such a
to
good
I
bit.
used to be able to
That's
use
such a
my
good bit.
camera and I would hold up an
Buffy-
empty notebook and point at it and be like, "This is your source, bro."
Okay. Everybody, we
That's
got.
good.
Okay, look.
That's funny.
Buffy. The reason for my rules is because at the end of the day, I'm making content that I actually enjoy listening to.
Oh, making content.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, he's
YouTube
recording it.
content.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the reason I'm asking for all these rules. The rules are just because at the end of the day, it's content for me and people who are like me.
That's right. That's right.
But Mr. Slave,
Why-
you're ironic. You're supposed to act like a slave, not the master here.
No, I'm
That's
a slave. If you bring a
Okay.
chick,
All right.
I'm a slave to chicks, but I'm not a slave to dudes. With dudes, I'm not a slave.
Okay, brother. So
Yes, sir. So
I understand that you need people to like address you to have productive debate. So I'll
Yeah.
have productive debate with you
Okay.
if we can make it productive. But what I don't want you to do is create idealized worlds and box me into corners with weird debating rules about me being only able to say one thing or not being able to say more than 20 words because that's ridiculous.
it's half joking. It's part of the. It's supposed to make you laugh. That's the purpose.
Yeah, but you have cut me off before and said like I'm monologuing when multiple people agreed that I wasn't.
But that's also half.
Oh,
It's half.
so democracy and the opinion of the crowd matters? I don't think so, buddy. I think you're a liar.
You
So-
mean the people
I think it's
not
time
power
you
actually have
stop
value?
thinking
Okay,
such a
Buffy.
foul
Buffy, you
too.
don't take Schmelstaff too seriously. He's half joking. I'm half joking.
I know.
I'm trying to make it light-hearted. I'm trying to have a light-hearted discussion. I don't want anyone to come out of here feeling.
Wait, it's lighthearted, but I can't giggle.
You can
No, you
gi-
can't
you can
fucking
giggle.
giggle, you
You
moron.
can giggle
Yeah.
if you don't giggle as an argument. Some people giggle as an argument. That I don't want. I don't. I want to demote that. What's the opposite of promote? Demote. Let me mute Brute. Brute is always trolling, making noises. Oh my god. So, Mr. Buffy, Look, at the end of the day, I want to have a good, productive conversation, discussion, debate. I really want to change your mind if I find that I disagree with you, and I really want you to change my mind if you find that I disagree with you. So, like, I want it to be a productive discussion. It could be a little bit lighthearted, uh, but like as I said, like giggling, I just don't allow like people. They come in and they say, of course, like fill in the blank. They think that by giggling, they declare victory or something. It's actually very common behavior that happens on Discord. Anyway, Mr. Buffy, yeah, the reason for the only one argument at a time is because otherwise it's gish galloping. And the reason for the 20 words and stuff is to prevent monologues because there's no point in monologues. We're trying to have a discussion. If I wanted to hear you endlessly, I would ask you for your channel and go listen to your channel, which I don't because I'm not interested in hearing anyone at this point.
I think, yeah, you not being interested in hearing anybody is like the most true thing you've said this entire
That's
conversation.
not nice. That's not nice. Come on, stop it.
I don't care if it's nice. Like, honestly, I don't. I feel like the whole that's not nice during a debate is kind of odd. I'm being like respectful and stuff. I'm just, whenever I make a claim you don't like, you say that I'm being not.
What do you mean? You're attacking me personally. Hello, Rambo.
I mean, it's not really ad hominem though, because I'm not doing it to make a claim.
I didn't even say ad hominem.
I know. I'm just saying, like, in the typical sense of debating, like ad hominem is bad, but me saying that you not liking what other people think is real. That's not like false.
So the reason why I have debates is to have a good time. So if you're gonna be attacking me personally and you're gonna hurt my feelings, then I'm not interested
I'm
in
not
that.
attacking you personally. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm saying that during this call, you have shut down things that you don't like. Like anytime that somebody not anytime, most of the times that somebody will bring up something that you don't agree with or can't easily refute, you say, no, that's against the rules. And I don't think that's a productive way to have a conversation.
Anyway. Anyway.
Okay, what's the question? I want to hear some questions here.
Okay.
What was the question? So the initial question is basically, is it a net positive or a net negative for the U.S. to try and absorb Gaza?
Gazans.
So Gaza, and that's exactly
Gaza and the people in Gaza, or do something with them, like deport them.
Well, we need to separate variables. We don't want to have.
We can't separate variables, dude. That's not how this works. If we were to absorb Gaza, we would have to do something with the people.
Just for the discussion.
That's very important. No, dude. The discussion is meant, brother. The discussion is meant to reflect reality. We're not debating about like a theoretical strip of land that means nothing. We're debating about Gaza.
In order to have a discussion, we want to separate variables. We don't want to conflate.
No, we don't. What are you talking about? You're the only one that wants to separate all of the variables. Like, sure, if we separate the variables and make it so that distance between land doesn't exist, the differences in values don't exist, people aren't there, and there's no rubble, and the infrastructure isn't there, and like there's no minerals and stuff. If we just make it a random imaginary strip of land, yeah, land is great, but that's not what this is. All of those things are the reality of absorbing Gaza. We have to consider those.
Okay,
I mean, Mr. Slip, he does have a point. Okay, let's say hypothetically speaking that they did absorb it. What would be different between America and Russia?
Let me just say that everything he said, I have yet to disagree with anything that he has said because he doesn't separate variables. So I don't disagree with anything. So if he's unwilling to allow me to separate variables, we don't have a debate. So I
am unwilling to, dude, because separating variables,
so we don't disagree. Then we don't disagree.
We do disagree. Well, you think that we should absorb Gaza, right?
Well,
I think America stands to gain a lot more by absorbing Canada and Greenland.
Shut up! Why are you still fucking existing, bro? Do you have to follow me around? Like, I hate you. Holy shit! Stop
Ramboner,
blaspheming.
I'm willing
Because
to.
you have a fucking soy
What the
meltdown
fuck
anytime
even is going on
someone
here?
acts
What the
Because
fuck
in
is
it's
going
Silicon
on
you're
here?
Valley.
literally like a
Following you.
turbo
You have
faggot.
thin skin and you need to grow up.
You grew up in fucking like shit-lived Vancouver or whatever.
Okay,
You
everybody.
sat out in the boonies
Okay,
smoking shit weed,
Schmelstaff.
and
Can
now
y'all
you
just
think that
relax,
you should
dude?
speak for all of us
Schmelstaff.
to hand us over to the United States.
Okay,
It's like it's
Schmelstaff.
crazy.
Wait,
Dude,
Schmelstaff.
none of the Americans or the Canadians actually want to be absorbed.
Wait,
It's
Schmelstaff.
only
No,
the
this
people that directly
fucking
support them.
delusional kike
Wait,
does.
I mean,
Wait.
I'd be happy with absorption.
Okay, well, let's talk about that, Ramboner.
Wait,
Well, until Mr. Slave
Schmelstaff.
cuts us off because he's a.
No, Mr.
Because
Slave.
he's
I want Mr. Slave to cut this off. This is sacrilege. Shut up. That's
It's,
the
well,
end
no.
of it.
If we're gonna have productive debate, we need to hear all sides. We can't just
no,
Wait,
I'm
we
gonna
can't just
start muting
silence
you if you
people
don't
we
stop
disagree
talking
with.
about this.
Okay, you can. I
The
don't.
king
I honestly, I don't
rules.
care. Staff, I don't care. You can mute
Wait.
me.
Wait, Schmelstaff.
Ramboner though.
No, hold on.
That means a room mute. It doesn't mean I mute you. It means you don't talk in here anymore.
Okay. One
That's
second.
wait. Are
Everybody-
you the owner of this room, Felstaff?
Where?
No, I'm Mr. Slave's little helper boy.
That's really. Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Wait, why is that weird?
What even is going on?
Are you being
Yeah,
suggestive that there's something foul
No, I'm
play?
not being suggestive. I'm just like this is just a strange room that I've been in so far.
Really? Why? Why is it strange? What's strange
Really?
about it?
Okay. Can I say my points without you saying I'm monologuing? Or are you gonna say I'm monologuing?
I didn't say you're.
Well,
I mean-
I don't want to get cut off midway through a 20-second like statement with you saying
No.
I'm speaking too much.
Yeah, 20
Okay.
seconds is
I'll set
really
my timer
long.
here. 20 seconds is really long.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna
Even
do it
10
anyways.
seconds is long.
Let's
Well-
cut it down to 15.
I'll do
We'll say,
15.
Like, a happy
Okay.
medium.
I
I'll
would
do
say
15.
no, I would say 5 seconds.
Come on.
1 second? Okay. You don't know how to debate. That was 1 second. Almost exactly, actually.
What would
Can I
we
get 5?
do without? Yeah, you can have 5, but 5 words in 5 seconds.
5 words? No, I'm saying 5 seconds.
Okay, 5 seconds.
Some of them
You're unfair and your logic doesn't actually apply to reality. You set up things that just don't apply to the actual discussion.
You're not allowed
That
to
has
use
to
the
go
word.
over,
No,
yeah.
but one of the rules in the room is you're not allowed to use the word "and." So repeat without "and."
No
Did you just say
conjunctive.
and repeat
Yeah.
without and?
Yeah, you
No
cannot
conjunctive?
use
No conjunctives,
conjunctives.
please.
Yeah.
We're scared of that.
Yeah. Oh, he ran away. We scared Buffy away. Oh, Buffy, why did you go?
And while you're no ors or buts as well.
My
I
bad.
What
I was
even
in-
is going
I
on
was
here?
trying to deafen for a moment. I'm
No
back, though.
exclusive
Why?
ors either, you know?
How was I
Gotta
trying to
be
deafen?
inclusive of the exclusive.
Buffy, I'm sorry. Look,
Zoring.
Buffy, I don't want you to leave. Whatever you do, you are my favorite person in the universe right now. So don't leave.
Okay, well, why are you making it so hard to have an actual debate with you?
I'm actually not making it so hard. I'm making it just a little bit funny. But you're free to say whatever you want. But as I said,
I don't think it's
we don't
funny
disagree.
exactly. I think
we
it's just
don't
disingenuous.
No, we don't disagree. Like, what do we disagree on?
What do we Well, I think more specifically, or not more specifically, at the root cause, we disagree with each other on how debates should occur.
Okay, let's debate that. That's fine. So how do you think? What's wrong with the way I'm conducting a debate?
Hang on, before I get into that, I just want to say that like out of the 4 comments on your channel, 3 of them disagree with you, and 2 of them say that you don't know how to debate. So my thoughts are echoed in
I
your
have
viewership.
comments
But
on my channel.
regardless,
Where?
you have 4 comments on your channel. Yes.
Where?
So back to what I was saying though about how you don't know how
Where?
to debate.
I
You
don't
have 4
They're on the
comments
video.
on your channel. Yes.
There's no comments. Where?
So back to what
Is
I was saying. The video, so the YouTube
Where?
channel linked in your account with the same name as your Discord isn't your YouTube channel.
But there's comments on my channel or on the video?
There's comments on your YouTube videos.
Where? Could you link it? That like this video doesn't
They're
have any.
linked to
What?
your Y Michelson Morley, like the
That?
one about the one about Aether Velocity doesn't have any. The practice debate has one calling you autistic. The vegan gains one has two saying one that you're unsufferable and another disagreeing with you saying that veganism isn't going to end the world. That one actually ratioed you. You got 2 likes on your video. That comment got 7. And then
most of my
copyright strike didn't have any.
most of my videos are in the live section.
Okay, I'll check your lives then and see what they think about that.
There's 500 of them. It's gonna take you a while.
I'm not gonna look through all of them. I'll just check a couple.
Okay.
See if you have.
Hello,
on those, but-
Anon Suave. Anyway, who else wants to talk while Buffy's reviewing my channel for some bizarre reason?
Oh, no idea what you guys were even talking
We're
about.
debating on. So you missed a lot of the context, but we're mostly debating on. He kind of shuts down anything he disagrees with, and he sets weird rules like you're not allowed to use the word and you can't speak for more than 20 seconds, and he boxes you into corners of if we assume blah 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 is true, then this should be the result. But he just sets up strange if we assumes, like for the whole Gaza debate we were in, he made us pretend that Gaza was a strip of land with no people in it, no rubble, and that like Western values didn't exist. So he just boxed us into corners that are like completely irrelevant to the discussion, and that's how he debates. Oh, he also doesn't want us to talk to each other. He only wants us to talk to him. Is another claim he made.
Yeah, that was a bit weird, Mr. Slave. To be honest, when I was talking with Buffy, you said, "Oh, you're only allowed to talk with me."
Yeah. Well, what I don't know. I explained the reason for all the rules. I didn't make the rules up.
I know.
You did make the rules, though.
No, I was about to
Are
finish.
you trolling or griefing, or you're actually?
No.
That's how the way you want to run your channel.
I was gonna say I didn't make the rules nilly willy. Of course, I made the rules. I just didn't. I made each rule because
I was gonna say I didn't make.
Wait, why am I hearing myself? Anyway, Buffy, do you want to continue?
Do you? I mean, I feel like I've made my claims that you act in a way that doesn't support rational debate.
Okay, but okay, that's a good title. That's a good proposition. But now, like, make an argument.
I'll go back to my arguments that I've made in the past.
Only one.
You
only
set up
one at a time. One at a time.
No, I'm not only one. That's an example. Is you're saying that I'm not allowed to make multiple claims? That's
One at a
directly.
time.
I don't know if it's your
One
intention.
at a
I don't know if it's your
time.
intention, but
One at a
making
time.
that rule makes it seem as though the person you're debating doesn't have any evidence.
One at a time. Bring one point at a time.
Why can't I make multiple and then you just pick one to address?
Look, that. What do you mean? Well, I don't.
What do I mean? Why can't I make multiple claims and then you pick one to
why?
address?
Okay, the reason is because, I mean, it's inefficient.
Yeah.
It's
It's
difficult.
inefficient. It's inefficient for me to make multiple claims and you just pick one.
Yeah. I mean,
You're saying it's more efficient for you to monologue after I make 1 point. Well, actually, no. We'll stop that altogether because when I gave you multiple points earlier. I gave you 3 options for things to pick from, and you didn't address any of them. You said,
Yeah.
no, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
So how are we going to have logical debate when 1, you don't want me to talk very much, 2, you don't want us to talk to each other, and 3, you reject when I do give you a single point. Like I said, you only pick the points that you can easily refute. You don't want to have logical debate. You want to look good for your channel. I hope you're streaming this, by the way. I don't want to see this all cut up and edited. I won't see it regardless, but it'd be cool if your viewers actually saw this.
Wait, are you a streamer too, Mr. Slave?
He streams on YouTube. Yeah, he's live right now.
Yeah, I usually I don't edit out stuff unless it's it's gonna give
You have one viewer and it's me.
Anyway,
All right, let's not make fun of Mr. Slave. Mr. Slave, I
let's
like
not make
you
fun of
because yeah, let's just keep it normal. How about that?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying really hard to keep it normal, but he won't address debates like debate claims normally.
Anyway, Buffy, I was enjoying you as long as you were, somewhat. What do you call it when something is new and you enjoy it? Oh, novelty. I was enjoying you, I guess, as a novelty, but now your novelty is wearing down.
Dude, you told me it'll actually make my day if you kick me from the call.
Oh, I don't. I
Like,
never.
that's-
I never do that. So,
I'm just saying.
wait, do you say novelty wears off or wears down? Wears off.
Novelty wears off.
Wears
Yeah.
off. Okay.
Come on, Mr. Flip. You just said him like a few minutes ago that he was the best person in the whole universe for you. and now
I'm
you just
explaining.
I guess it's just. I
I'm
guess
hitting on him. It's
he
just
gets bored of people quickly because he doesn't let them debate, and they get frustrated. I guess would be my guess at least.
I mean, as long as Buffy was trying to have a debate or something, like right now he's just being mean and
Right now, I'm addressing the fact that you don't want to debate. What do you want here, actually? Because that's the most confusing thing to me. You won't let us
trying
debate.
to debate you on any topic in the world, but
Okay, but why when I give you claims, you say no? Like I give you something to address in an argument, and you say no. No, but when I did give you one argument, you said no.
One at a time.
I said when we were on the Gaza topic, I said that it would be extremely bad for the people in Gaza because we would either have to deport them or integrate them into American society, and you wouldn't address the claim. You just said no, and you made me pick another one, and then I picked the other one, and you also said no. So you won't address my claims, and you won't let me speak, and you won't let us speak to
Do
each
you
other.
want to go back to the Gaza debate?
We can go back to the Gaza debate, but I still don't think you'll actually handle it like a reasonable person.
Again, you're being mean. You're making mean comments.
This isn't mean. Me saying I don't think you'll handle it like a reasonable person isn't mean. That's
Okay.
me
So
observing something and making a conclusion based
I
off.
don't allow being mean in this room. So
You don't allow anything, dude.
Again, that's a mean comment. So you gotta stop doing
That's not mean. That's observant, brother. I can go back into your VOD and see all the times you made a rule about me not being able to say the word and, me not being able to make more than one claim in a statement, me not being able to talk to anybody else in the call, me not being able to
You're
what?
You're monologuing.
I couldn't use the word and.
Bro, you are a very, very whiny, sniveling retard. You know that?
I am. That's fair. I mean, you can make that as a claim, but if I made the same claim
No,
to
no,
Mr.
that's not
Slave,
even a claim. That's actually like
rude.
just true. Like that's
Okay.
the
That's.
truth,
I mean, yeah.
not
You
even,
can.
like,
You can. I think. How have you not gotten banned? Hang on. Is that not against TOS to say? I'm not going to report you for it, but that was. That's the
what's
first time.
against
No, don't
TOS?
repeat.
Sniveling
Don't.
retard?
Okay. Schmel staff.
Wouldn't that be considered mean as
I
well?
called him a fucking sniveling retard. What is?
Yeah,
what?
that's a lot meaner than me saying that he doesn't know how to debate. And
Why
yet
are
I
you
didn't get
not
upset about it.
banned?
Buffy.
Why are you not banned?
Okay.
Yeah, what's up?
Buffy, I think.
Why do people appeal to like corporate authority because somebody says something?
Buffy, I think you should leave. I usually don't ask people to leave. You should leave.
Oh, you got.
I'm actually gonna use your VOD to make my own video because this has been actually pretty entertaining.
This is actually comical. I can say with the level of
Yeah,
discourse
Ramboner.
I've held here from Mr. Slave and the way that this has been conducting, I can absolutely
You're
see
a
why.
fucking stupid
Self-tap
idiot.
is
Shut
the real
up.
helper.
Nobody wants your opinion.
Wait.
So
Somebody
other
else
than
make mean
childish
comments.
to each other. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, Felstaff did.
This guy's a fucking retard. Shut up.
Okay, so as everyone can see,
there you go. More mean
I
comments.
locked
Felstaff keeps
Buffy.
on violating your rules, Mr. Slave. How do you feel about that?
1 second, Ramboner. So everybody, I locked Mr. Buffy out of the room because, as Easy said, he insinuated that he's gonna go to corporate to to manipulate us, which is unacceptable behavior as far as I'm concerned. Like you can resolve it in
It's
this.
very liberal-esque behavior, is what it is.
He had pronouns in his bio, and as soon I've noticed as soon as you see that, it's gonna end terribly. So yeah, there you go. That's it's good that people it's good that like animals that sting you, they have yellow colors and different weird colors. So when you see pronouns in the bio, you got to stay away from these people. These are very dangerous people. They will try and destroy you and the universe along, just for fun, please.
Damn.
When is the last time you saw a conservative standing in the middle of this crosswalk screaming rape because somebody's holding up a "I don't like your sexuality" sign?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, these people.
I'll be the first to agree.
I don't even consider myself.
But the truth is, he seemed like he was actually trying to engage.
What do you mean trying to? He didn't stop whining. I asked him for simple rules. I told him one argument at a time, and he claimed that I'm unwilling to have a debate because I'm asking for one argument at a time, and he would not engage. And I asked him to separate variables, and he said we cannot have hypothetical discussions. So I told him, all right, then we agree. Like, I cannot disagree with you if you're not going to take the Gaza debate and break it down to separate variables, separate hypotheticals. And he refused. He said, what do you mean? We cannot separate it. There's issues. There's a list of issues with Gaza. We cannot ignore any of them. We have to deal with all the issues all at once. So, okay, I don't know. I don't know how to debate if I'm unable. Like, he doesn't give me any freedom to debate him. So, and look, I think he thinks that he's cool because he has pronouns. So they actually believe that they are the good guys and we are we are evil. So it's
We can
fine.
both agree that the pronoun people are mental cases. Absolutely.
Then there you
I,
go.
I don't think that anybody with a brain in here would actually argue that.
Okay, then Buffy is the person with pronouns, with he, him. He literally has he/him. And I brought it up and he didn't refute it. He didn't say, oh, it's a mistake. Like sometimes, like people from the East, from China, who knows, they put pronouns because they say, oh, I didn't know. Like when I registered it, asked for pronouns, I gave my pronouns. But I brought up with him. He's not from China. He's an American. He knows the significance of the pronouns. And for him, it's it's normal to have pronouns. So as you said, these people are, in my experience, these people, you cannot
Are we
joke.
done yet?
You can interrupt.
Are we done about this fucking topic? Because I just want to move on.
You can always interrupt me, but I just wanted to finish. But as you notice, I was just trying to have a good time with him. Like he's unable to understand to joke. Like the word joke to him, he knows how to giggle and pretend like he won the debate. Like in the beginning when he first walked in, he was doing that trick, making an argument and giggling, pretending that he won the debate because he giggled. And I told him, look, that's against the rules in this room. And and sooner or later I had to go through all the rules because he kept violating literally all the rules that I ever came up with. And at the end, he actually made threats. Basically, he hinted that he's gonna report us using the R word. I mean, okay, that's too dangerous for me. Like he overstepped what I consider being toxic. Yes, Solid Day. What do you want to talk? What do you want to talk about? I mean, to me,
Up to you. Up to you. It's your server. What do you like to talk about?
I mean,
I'm just gonna follow that.
no, to me, Buffy is the most interesting topic we can ever discuss. I mean, people like Buffy are the reason why we have Gaza, why there's any problems in the universe. These people are the literally
Wow,
are the problem.
I didn't know he struck it that hard. What the? It was just a freaking conversation. Why the fuck you got so triggered about that? I just doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay,
Just move on from him. That's it.
I just
Move on.
I
That's it.
don't I will not move on. I just finished telling you I feel like he is the source of evil in the universe. And you telling me to move on, that's, like, okay.
So, in topic change, anyways. What do you guys think about the whole U.S. Gaza thing?
I think it's in general, it's great. I love it. I love for the US to expand, go back to the old days. The US should expand and should declare as much as possible of the planet as US territory.
I'm gonna have to disagree on that.
Yeah, I noticed that you disagree with me.
I'm curious why you say that. Why should the U.S. do that?
Okay, so as I was about to debate Buffy and he didn't want to engage, but so let's go, let's separate the variables. So would you agree that it's good for the US to absorb as much territory of the planet as possible? Yes or no?
I think we're gonna have to define terms here because, like, a lot of what you're saying is ambiguous. Good for who?
America.
What
Americans.
is good? America, Americans as the population, Americans as the leadership, corporate entities. Like, who are we talking about here?
The average Joe, me and you.
No, I don't think it's good for them.
I'm just talking about the strips of land.
No, I don't think it's good. You're talking about just Gaza.
I'm saying before we go to, I want to separate variables. So you agree that America absorbing Hawaii is good for America, good for the Americans, right? Or no? Hawaii or Texas
Hawaii has
or
been part of America.
or California or New Jersey.
The thing is,
do you think
the thing is
let
those
me
were
ask you,
different times,
yeah,
right? And so
let me ask you,
I
is
would
the
argue that in
Alaska,
certain points
give
of
me any
time, those things were
fine. Give me any Give me any example of any strip of land America ever absorbed that you think was a mistake. Are you there?
I'm contemplating. I would say absorbing all of or any of the portion of America was a mistake.
Oh,
all of it is a mistake.
America
The country
is
shouldn't exist.
the continent? What do you say? The country?
Yeah, United States. The United States shouldn't exist. It was a mistake.
No, I
It
disagree.
was a
America needs to
very
manifest
big
destiny
mistake.
on this
Are you an American?
Of course, I'm American.
Okay, I'm completely confused. So you want to be? What would you be if there was no America? I'm confused.
No, because we came here and we stole land and killed innocent people. That's not good.
Who
That's
did
not
we
good for
kill? Who
humanity.
did we kill? Who
The
did we
indigenous population.
name one person we killed?
Or the semi-indigenous
Name
population.
one person we killed.
The Indians that lived here,
Name
bro.
one
Come on.
person. Name one person we killed. One Indian. Name one.
Pocahontas and all her buddies.
We killed Pocahontas? What?
If I may, I have a
You're being
countering
silly
narrative and
now.
opinion here on this. Izzy, I know it's an uncomfortable topic, but the natives were practicing slavery for long before the white people came here. They were warring with each other, killing each other. They didn't form a nation. That's why America became America, because they hadn't formed a nation. And the truth is,
I don't disagree with that at all. I think empires are built on slaves, and they have been built on slaves for thousands of years. So I don't disagree with that. But that doesn't make it right, though.
Wait, Ramboner, 1 second.
No, it just makes it the thing of history,
Okay,
right? Like the
Ramboner.
Haida of the Pacific Northwest, they were the only
But
naval
that wasn't his
power.
question. His question was, what was good?
I said, I mean,
What was good?
I wanted to ask Easy to name one person that we killed.
I already gave you my answer.
What do you mean you get?
Plus, at that
we
point,
killed.
you're getting
Wait,
into
Ramboner.
semantics.
Wait, Ramboner.
there
1 second,
were
please. One person that we killed. Just one. Give me one name. I'll look it up. Give me one name that we killed.
Why are you getting so wrapped up on a single individual in that whole example?
Wait a
of
minute.
hundreds of millions?
Look, you if you're gonna make arguments and present evidence, and when I corner you and I ask you for evidence,
Bro,
and I
are you denying that we killed the natives that came here? Is that it's a yes or no question?
Of course, it's yes. Yes, I'm denying.
You're denying we killed the people that were living here before we came here.
Correct. Yes.
You're an idiot, bro. You're straight up an idiot.
Oh.
The tribes are still here.
Bro,
Okay,
just real talk.
Look,
like just
calling me,
bluntly and
calling me,
straightforward.
Mr. Easy, calling me an idiot is not an argument. You realize that, right?
Yeah, denying factual history is not an argument.
Okay, what's your evidence that it's factual history? Give me the evidence.
Dude, who is like beating their meat in the background?
I honestly prefer to look at it like this, right?
No, Ramboner,
Before
one
the white
second.
man
Ramboner,
colonized this land,
Ramboner. You don't have to
he's not
work hard.
answering it.
Ramboner, Ramboner. You don't have to work hard to win a debate. You ask a question, and you let them cook. This
Bro, what are you talking
silence.
about? I'm cooking. You're out of the oven already, bro.
Okay.
You're out of the oven already. Like you're finished. Your meal is done.
Okay,
Is a
Roasted,
successful
barbecued
debate
together.
one
Okay,
where you stop
Ramboner,
their argument, or one where you actually come to an
Ram,
understanding that's different?
Ramboner. Let me please debate Mr. Easy. Please stop interrupting. I'm trying to back Mr. Easy into a corner.
Yeah, I think you don't have the intelligence for a discussion. So talk to yourself, bro.
Mm.
That's what I think. If you want to play games, then just talk to yourself.
Mm-hmm. And that's how
You
you
see,
win.
and the funny thing is I
No,
could have
Ramboner.
actually addressed him at a point that
Wait,
could have shifted his view.
Ramboner. That's how you win a debate. When they leave, that's victory, and you create the
Mr.
victory.
Slave, though.
Hold on,
Hold on.
Mr. Slade.
Victory is
You
not
sound
when
very,
they
very.
Wait,
You sounded.
leave.
Ramboner,
A
one sec.
victory is
Okay,
when
what?
you shift their view, dude.
Ramboner, 1 second. We'll come back to discussing whether this was a victory or not. So yes, Mr. Salday.
I don't think you're serious. I think you're just trolling for the content here. Because there's no rational person would think like that.
Okay,
Exactly.
thank you
A
for the
victory is not
comment.
backing a person into a corner and fucking their argument up. A victory is having them change their stance and say, okay, I understand what you're saying. And I could have done that if you'd have just let me fucking speak to him.
Okay, look. As far as I'm concerned, this is the most the best victory you can. I mean, the best victory I can have is for the other guy to say, I changed my mind. I now agree with you, which does happen sometimes. It sometimes happens. But in this case, I mean, in real time, he didn't do it. Maybe I was too mean. But in general,
Well, you're too restrictive on the path, bro.
what?
Like, if you would have led him through the fact that had America not conquered, that arguably many millions more natives would have died than have as a result of Indian warfare, you might have shifted his view. But instead, you boxed him into the corner to fuck up his speech.
Look, he claims that we killed Indians, and that's disinformation. So
Wait, what do you mean by we? You mean like you yourself personally, or like we as an ancestor?
whatever. I mean, the original. Obviously, I didn't kill Indians, but no one ever killed Indians, as far as I know. So the whole.
I
Step
gotta.
away from the computer for a couple minutes. I'll be back in 5.
All right, man. Look, as far as I'm concerned, it's a myth. It's disinformation. It's it never
I mean,
happened.
you don't believe Americans killed any foreigners or foreign countries, individuals from foreign countries?
As
Is
far
that
as
what you believe in?
as far as I know, maybe individuals were killed by individuals, like there were crimes. Like sometimes crimes happen. So the populations live together, as far as I know, in peace. As far as I know, no one. I mean, the whites, the white man that came from Europe, as far as I know, didn't kill the American natives. As far as I know, never happened.
I
It's
mean,
hmm?
okay. So you think that those European settlers back in like the 50s or the 400s were very peaceful, like they only came for the intention of immigrating, nothing else.
As far as I know, and that's why I asked him if you know that the settlers killed anybody, please give me the name. And of course, he doesn't have a name because it never happened. And that's why.
So are you saying that the Indians themselves allowed those Europeans and they were like willingly letting them take their land
What
and
do you
build
mean?
their infrastructures and manufacturers and all that?
Look, you're a little bit moving the goalpost, but it's fine. But let's just. He said killed. You're talking about taking land, which we can also debate. But let's finish the debate about killing. So again, as far as I know, the colonizers never killed a single Indian. As far as I know. If you know different, then please present your evidence.
Um, I have some list of names of here. I don't know. Do you believe in Wikipedia?
Sure.
Would you agree with Wikipedia if there was like a list in Wikipedia that mentions names of these certain individuals that died
What do you mean
due to like the
died?
Spanish
What do you
conquest?
mean? Wait,
That was killed,
what do you
tortured,
mean
basically
Spanish?
that sort of
Wait,
stuff.
what do you mean Spanish? We're talking about the
Yeah.
English. No, no. We're talking about the English colonizers right now. We're talking about the United States.
Okay, how did United States came in the first place?
Excuse me?
What? Okay, I'm very confused here.
What?
Who do you think discovered America in the first place?
Okay. Well, look, do you have a name of someone that
Hmm?
the United States and the preceding colonies and the colonizers of the United States, do you have a single name of an American native that they killed? Yes or no?
Yeah, there's a list of the names here
What's
I
a
could
name?
provide.
Give me a single name.
Okay. Crazy Horse. You can take a look on that. He was born in 1840 to 1877.
Okay, that's
Crazy as in
wait a
CRAZY
minute. Wait a
space
minute. Wait. Hold.
HORSE.
Okay, so
Hmm?
hold on. He was born. What you're saying? He was born almost 100 years after the United States was created.
This is why you're confusing about. When I was bringing the people who were died during the Spanish conquest, you did
Spanish?
not believe that. You're
Wait. I'm
saying that
not
they were not European
That's
settlers.
Spanish. What do you mean Spanish? I'm talking about the United States. There's nothing to do with Spanish. Nothing Spanish has anything to do with the United
Nothing
States.
Spanish.
Nothing
Yes,
Spanish.
it does. It
What do you
actually does.
mean?
But
What do you mean?
you know, half of the United States was owned by Mexico before it formed,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
What do you
So
mean?
what are you
Half of the
fucking serious?
United States was owned
Okay,
by
look, I'm
Mexico.
not talking. What are you talking about? The United States started as colonies
Hmm?
created
Yes.
by.
And they fought the Spanish for land.
Okay, I'm not talking about the colonists that became the United States
Hmm?
versus the
See, you're not talking
Spanish.
about the United States. It does have something to do with the United States. It just doesn't have something to do with the United
Okay,
States in the way you want it to.
Schmelstaff, I don't know what you're talking about, so
I don't know what you're talking about either,
yeah.
man. I don't know.
Okay,
Wait, I
Salty,
am
yes.
very confused here. So you
Yes,
don't see
sir.
anyone as an American if they're not white? So if you're not white, you're basically not an American? Is that what the argument here is?
No, I mean, of course, right now, we're not talking about right now. We're talking about the discussion is about the creation of the United States, the formation. So, did those people that created the United States, that preceded the United States, that ultimately became the colonies and the colonists and the states and the United States, did any of those people ever kill a single American native? Yes or no?
Your question is very confusing because I don't know from which point to which point you're talking about. Are you talking about the George Washington, like from George Washington onwards?
Even
Or were there
before,
like any American colonies
I
after George
said,
Washington
I said,
did not kill natives or what?
I right. Let's. I mean, I'm saying again. I'm just going to repeat myself. I'm sorry. I'm saying from the period of the first colonies to the states to the United States until today. That period, as far as I know, those people.
Hi,
Hello,
guys.
those people never killed a single American native. If you know different, present your evidence.
What's argument happening? Can you fill me in?
Mr. Salday claims to not be able to understand what I'm asking. So there is a claim that the people that ended up forming the United States, in order to create the United States, they killed American natives. And I'm
No.
exactly. I'm saying that's
But
let me just tell you what I
they
think.
found
Let me let me just
the
let
federal
me just
government treated them, right?
let me
But
just let me just say what I think. So as far as I
but the
know,
Indians,
let me just say what I think. One second. I'll let you speak right after I finish. So as far as I know, not a single American native was ever killed in the process of the creation of the United States.
that's not true.
Okay,
A lot of them sided with the British.
That's why it's very confusing. So
wait one
because
second.
literally the whole
Okay,
history, Mr.
so
Slave, the
so
whole
they
history of
wait,
America
so
is
they so
based
they
on
so
war.
they so they I gave you plenty of chances, so let me just give one chance to Green Sky, and then I'll come back to you. Yes,
But that
Green
is not
Sky.
entirely
Wait,
true.
Green Sky.
A lot
Green
of the
Sky.
Native Americans
Wait, Green Sky.
sided with.
Green Sky. One second. Do you have the name of a single American native that was killed in the process of the creation of the United States? Yes or no?
I know there were tribes that sided with the British, and Washington was very brutal and destroyed them
Okay.
because they sided with the British.
Okay. You know, that's so that's war. That's like in war, yeah, people kill each
Yeah,
other.
that was a
It
war.
doesn't
That
matter
was a
though.
war. That was a
Okay, I
wartime
mean they
maneuver.
declare, look, so if somebody comes and declares war against you, right? It's not the Americans who went to England and fought a war against the English on British soil. It's the British who came to America, right? So, and the Indians, then if the Indians are siding with the attacker, then this is a war of defense. So, like you, if
British offered them protections.
I can't hear what you're
I
saying.
have a name for you here. I hope you agree, you accept this name, as in the colonies, as in the like Native Americans died due to the colonies.
What do you
It's
mean?
entirely different.
Yeah,
The colonies were
Would you
brutal.
accept it, Mr. Slave?
no, no,
The
no.
colonies were brutal.
I'm fine with colonies. Yeah, give me the name, please.
Mhm.
There's so many groups killed by the
Sachem
colonies.
Mina Tonomo.
Okay.
SACHEM.
So a single person. Okay, a single person was killed. Okay, but why?
No, there was many people. The colonies were
Green
brutal,
Sky,
especially.
Green Sky. I'll come back to you. One at a time. One at a time. Yes, Solday. So
Yeah. Sachem Mina Tonomo.
how was he? How was he killed? Under what circumstances? Do you know?
So, based on the Wikipedia, here it mentions that he sought to unite tribes against the English colonists. But
Okay,
then he was captured and executed by the Mohegan tribe.
Mohicans are other. One second, Green Sky. Those are other American natives. So this has nothing to do with with the colonists.
But yeah, you're asking regarding the colonial period.
But I'm saying not a single American native was ever killed by the colonists.
So
You
by the
telling
That
English
is
me
not
settlers?
true.
by the English
The
settlers?
literally the
Green
fir-
Sky. I
one
don't
of
want
the
to.
first things to build.
Green Sky. Come on, I'll give you a chance, one at a time.
You're
Let
saying
me
it's
let
falsehood.
me talk. I don't want to mute you. Come on, stop. Let me talk to Solday. You'll be next. Yes, Solday. I'm trying to
All right.
understand. What are you saying,
Oh,
Solday? I'm trying to understand you.
how about this one? How about this one?
No, no, no.
Puhatan
No,
Opichanag Kono.
no, no, no. Because I want to go back
What
to
do you mean by
Green.
no?
You mentioned another guy. What happened to
Mhm.
him? What
Yes,
happened to that
he
guy?
was captured and killed by Mohegan tribe, allied with the English.
Well, so how is this relevant to the colonists? To the I don't understand. I don't understand.
I mean, You just fucking trolling, Mr. Slave. I'm 100% sure you're fucking trolling
Then
here.
leave. Then leave.
100% sure.
So they then leave. Goodbye. Thank you. Yes,
You
Green
don't
Sky.
believe any. You don't believe anyone died
So
during
they.
the
So
colonial
they.
period
If
to
you feel.
Americans.
So
Like, how
they.
the
The
fuck are you
colonists
even
were
human beings?
brutal.
So they. If
The
you feel.
colonists were brutal.
So they. If you feel I'm trolling, then leave. It's
Hmm?
fine.
You are.
Thank you. Yes, Green Sky.
You are the
Then
Mr.
leave.
Slave. With all
Then
due
leave.
respect, you are.
Yes.
I assume that
Then
the
leave.
other two people who were talking with
Then
you.
leave. So
The
they. Then
U.S.
leave. Thank
Okay,
you.
how about this one? Okay, if you don't believe that one, how about this one?
No,
This is the last one.
no, no,
Last one.
no,
Last
no.
one.
So
I
that I
hope you
gave you
believe it.
plenty. No, no, no. I gave you plenty of chances. Yes, Green
There you
Sky.
go.
Shush. Yes, Green Sky.
Okay, can I?
Yes.
The
What's
Pilgrims, literally on like day 1 or 2,
yes?
they looted Cape Cod. They pillaged Cape Cod. I'm not exaggerating.
What's
They were brutal.
so they went in and they murdered American natives,
A lot of
Native
yeah.
Americans.
There was a lot of disputes in the colonies,
Okay, dispute.
especially around Massachusetts.
Okay, I'm not talking about disputes. Like
We
what?
went to war with them multiple times. Some of them
Why?
we were in the right.
Why? Why did they go to war?
The tribes disappeared. We were so brutal.
Wait.
Other
Alright,
tribes
just
Wait.
stop it.
There are a
Stop
lot
it.
of
He's
tribes
just
that don't
fucking
exist
trolling from
anymore.
now on. He's just fucking trolling.
Okay,
That's the
so
problem.
so
Then
they
you get
leave.
fucking
So
angry,
they
Mr.
leave.
Slave.
I don't wanna. So
Mr.
they. I
Slave,
don't wanna
you get
mute.
Pennsylvania
angry
was
at other
famous for
people
So
not.
they. I don't wanna
when
mute you. I don't wanna mute you. But you cannot interrupt. I
You have to
gave you.
understand. Boston was a walled. Boston, New York City were both walled cities. It was that bad of a problem.
What
They
do
had to
you
fortify
mean?
Boston.
Okay, Green
They
Sky.
built a wall.
Green Sky.
They built a
Did
wall to protect
Green
Boston.
Sky. Green Sky. Did the Americans, the creators of during the creation of the United States, did a single American native die?
Yes.
Okay, give me the name
A lot
of
of them
that.
sided with the
Give me
British.
the name. Give me the name.
A lot of them sided with the British and Washington raided.
Okay, but then that's a defensive war. That's I'm not talking about. It's not like the colonists went one day on a blue sunny day. They went and murdered an Indian and a Native American, right? You agree that did not happen. What you're saying is there
The
was a.
colonists did. The colonists
What
did.
you're
The
saying.
revolutionaries here,
Okay,
they're
what you're
different.
saying. Hold on. What you're saying is there was a war in which the British were attacking the
No, that's
colonists.
not what I'm saying.
Yes, that is what you're saying. You're saying during the
I'm saying this,
revolutionary.
but the colonists and the
No,
revolutionaries
Green
are not the
Sky.
same people.
Green Sky. The colonists were not the revolutionaries. What? What did you say? They're not the same people.
The colonists.
Mm-hmm. What?
That's
I'm
were
listening.
revolutionaries. A bit
Wait,
complicated.
you're broken up. You're broken up. I don't know what it means to be complicated. So as far as I'm look, there was a question that was brought up. Hold on. There was a question that was brought up that in the creation of the United States, Indians were killed. So I claim that's disinformation. That never happened. So if you think I'm wrong, then present your evidence. If you can, please supply the name of a single American native that was killed in the process. I'm still waiting for that.
There's something. Do you know that there was a project called where the Massachusetts colony would just give you money for Indian heads? I'm not exaggerating on this. And if you just killed the Indian, they'd give you money for their head, more money for a chief's head.
1 second.
Is
Let me
not like
just.
me making shit up.
Okay. 1 second. So there is Buffy that we locked out of the room, and he's commenting
Massachusetts Indian head.
directly on the YouTube video. He says you're insane. Name one Indian that was killed.
Ryan program.
Okay, look, Mr. Buffy, I'm sorry that I had to lock you out. I'm sorry. I'm not interested. People like you, I have to lock
Indian.
out of my life. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
Big.
You are. You made threats. Somebody used, somebody half jokingly used a word you didn't like and you threatened to report them, and I don't know where that would end. So I'm sorry. I cannot have you in my life. Sorry. If you
I
ever
mean,
change,
technically, I remember him explicitly saying that he wasn't going to report it, but that he found it quite distasteful.
yeah, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much. Like if you mention something like that, that's too much. To me, it's too much. Like people are half joking, and he's
If
taking
I
it.
was you, then though, I'd be taking the precautionary measure of banning the people who say it, as opposed to the people who point out that it was said. But
No,
that's
this is
just me.
no, this is Discord. Like everybody on Discord is crazy. Everybody uses these words. It's fine. To say that you're not going to report them, that's yeah, that's look, he was being very mean. He kept attacking me again and again. So it's not like I was having a
You're
good
big.
what?
Yep, you're fat. You're fat, definitely.
Right, but he wasn't. That's not. He was really mean. I mean, he was really mean
Did he
spirited.
call you fat?
No, it would have been
No.
funny if he called me fat, but he was really mean spirited. He was
Are,
whiny.
are you fat?
I'm old. I'm old, and yeah,
No way. I don't believe that.
yeah. I'm an
I'm
old
not
No
man.
way
fat.
you're fucking old.
I'm an old man. I'm a very old man.
You're like you sound like 20. What are you talking?
Yeah, I'm an old man. I'm an old man. Yeah.
So, how much would you buy Mr. Slave for?
I'm not for sale.
That's a good question.
I don't sell
I would
myself
buy
to
him for
men. No,
I
don't.
would buy him for
Okay,
6 million shekels.
okay. Enough of that. All right, let's get back to business.
That it's about four.
All
It's about
right.
4 shekels to the
Look.
dollar.
Enough of
So
that.
you're buying him for $250,000.
Enough. Okay, I'm gonna mute you guys. No more of that. Do you want to talk about something serious? Don't talk about me like that, please. And don't talk to each other. So, do you want to talk to me about something?
This was a
You
really good
think
Discord. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
assessment of US your sale value is accurate? You'd sell for $250,000.
Green Sky, what are you talking about?
He valued you about
I
$250,000.
said, let's not talk about it. I'm not a slave to men. I'm a slave to women. So it's not an interesting
That's
discussion.
not much
We're
better,
bringing back
dude.
chattel
That's
slavery.
not much better.
Okay, we're not discussing slavery. I don't talk about slavery with men. It's a topic for me and women. I'm not gay. So back to business. What do you want to talk about? And I gotta go
No, but I
soon.
want you to work my field. I want you to work a field.
Okay, I'm muting you, or you can leave. All right, Mr. Ramboner, Green Sky. You're in timeout for a couple of seconds, and so don't talk about that again. Ramboner, what do you want to talk about? Something?
I mean, I talk about all kinds of shit, but I'm worried that your stooge here on the side will lose his shit if we get back to talking about how America should annex Canada.
Yeah, because it's stupid, and you're trying to prevent.
You see? You see?
Schmelstaff, leave him
You're a
alone.
retard. You're
Schmel-
poking. You're trying to poke a bear with a stick.
There he goes with that offensive word again.
Yeah,
Schmelstaff.
offensive
Schmelstaff.
word. Offensive word.
Okay, Schmelstaff.
Sit down, kiddo, Felstaff.
Wait, what did you say?
Offensive word.
Wait, what did he say?
You just call me a kiddo.
Kiddo? Kiddo is not so bad. I think he used the letter P. Dough. He called you a Play-Doh without the L. Okay, I'm gonna allow him to speak to clarify. Mr. Ramboner.
Yeah, I'm going to clarify right now. No, I said Kiddo because he acts like a
Okay.
child. And I am actually going to hop out of here because, yes, your little friend here, he absolutely called me a retard
Okay,
Again,
okay.
and
Yeah,
you
I
have
did.
bias.
I did
You're a
absolutely
bit of a
do
cuck,
that.
Mr. Slave.
That
You're a
did
bit of a cuck.
absolutely happen.
Okay, Schmelstaff, could you let him please? I'm trying to understand his position. It's becoming clear that he is a leftist.
Millstaff isn't going to let you hear it. He's going to have a meltdown as soon as I start talking about it again. He does it every single time. You've got an
Well,
emotional
your
basket
position is
case and you're
stupid. It
modding.
shouldn't
Okay,
even be heard.
okay. Schmelstaff, let me figure it out. It sounds like he is a leftist, but let me. But I don't know. Is he a leftist? Wait, Ramboner, what's your position? Are you pro annexing
I'm center
Canada?
right.
You're center right. So
I sit on the center right, and I am actually for Canada and America being one nation.
that's good. Me
Now,
too.
as for the annexing,
Mhm.
or whether it's voluntary or however that goes,
Mhm.
right? It could take any multiple form of paths there, right? But I ultimately know that it's what's best for me and my people and for America.
That's good. Okay, so we agree on that. That's good. Schmostaff, leave him alone. Okay,
No.
Ramboner, you're the last man standing. What do you want to talk about?
As somebody else pops in.
It's
Honestly,
fine.
I need a couple minutes to cook up some pasta because I just got back from work like probably about a half hour to an hour ago. And I got to get some food in my gut before I get too much later in the night here.
Okay, I'll see you later, man.
I'll still be sticking around listening and shit. I'm just gonna get this cooking and fucking a little bit of eating done before I'm doing like a whole lot of discourse at the moment.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Schmelstaff, do you want to get back to talking about the IDE?
I guess.
You don't want to talk about it? Because I was watching YouTube videos reviewing. There's a guy that did the 5 best Python IDEs and editors. So he's up to number 2, which is VS Code, Visual Studio Code, I think, is the Microsoft. Yeah, Visual Studio Code. You know it? I think you use it, right?
Is there actually
I use VS Code just because it's like it's kind of just the easiest to, you know.
Wait, Ramboner, did you
I think
say
it's the
something?
most popular.
Did Ramboner say something?
I said, is there anything that's actually better than VS Code? It's fucking easy as hell to use. It's the most easy to get the plugins and everything that I found in that IDE seemed to be better than all of the alternatives that I came across. Although I didn't exactly dig deep into form.
But what about
looking for?
What about Visual Studio?
Copilot is a lot more like helpful, but Visual Studio is just like it's got the right environment, the right amount of customization, and
No,
like
I'm not saying VS
packages and
Code.
shit is all easy to install.
I'm not saying, look, there's Visual Studio Code and there's Visual Studio. So I'm asking.
Visual Studio is like, isn't that literally like, I don't even know, what is that? Like a video editing software or some shit?
No, Visual Studio is the full product. VS Code is, I think, some minimalist version. It's
I don't think so. I don't think so, buddy boy.
Oh my
buddy
god.
pal.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't think VS is a real thing.
Oh my god. Jesus.
I think you're lying to me.
Okay, let me
Big dog.
see. You know what? Let me just see what this dude on the internet. He's up to number 2. We're halfway through the video. Let's see what he says.
All the features you'd expect like a debugger. A massive advantage of using VS Code is a built-in compiler.
He says that there is a debugger built into VS Code. That's already a good. That's good. It's good. Very good.
An interpreter, and compatibility with pretty much every single programming language. A lot of people prefer VS Code for web development and heavier weight projects, and the user interface I would say is pretty nice, although some people may argue that it's a little bit overcrowded. So this is actually where one of my favorite features of the tool comes in, called Zen Mode. Now Zen Mode allows you to turn your full-blown IDE into a minimalist editor with a click of a button. The only minor inconvenience when using VS Code is that Python is not one of the default languages that comes with it. This means you'll need to install it first before being able to run and use your Python code. Overall, it's hard to find an editor that's much better than VS Code when it comes to features, and my only complaint is sometimes the speed, and it can be a little bit less intuitive to get used to compared to some of the other options on our list. And now for my number 2 pick, we have Sublime Text. Sublime Text is a lightweight editor that I personally love to use for smaller projects and
Oh, he says Sublime Text is his number 1. That's out of left field. I would never have expected that.
lighter weight scripting. The UI is simple and minimalistic.
But there's no debugger.
I find it very intuitive and easy to get used to. As Sublime text is very lightweight, it's extremely fast, and it's unlikely to run into many issues with it. However, to get the most out of Sublime, you'll need to use one of its features called Package Control to install some plugins. This allows you to pick the exact features and add-ons you want, and not be distracted by the ones you don't use or the ones you don't need. This does mean that this editor takes a little bit of time to get set up, but I find that it's definitely a worthwhile investment. Opening new files and looking through folders is very fast and easy, and can be enhanced even more with the right plugins. Overall, Sublime is a great choice for anyone not doing anything too crazy who just wants a lightweight editor. If you're willing to spend some time installing plugins, you'll have an editor that has all the tools you want and
Okay, but there's no debug. How can you work without a debugger? I don't get it. What, Schmelstef, do you work without a debugger?
Is this like, are you talking about the thing that's like checking your syntax like actively?
No. Do you run the code step by step? How do you debug it? You never do step by
If it's
step?
if
Never.
it's C code, if it's C code and I really need to, and I can't look at the code and figure it out,
What do you mean decode? What do you
I
mean
use GDB.
What do you use? What?
GDB.
What is GDB?
GNU debugger.
Does it let you to go to step through the code? Can you step through the code?
That's what a fucking debugger is. Like, that's hello. A debugger allows you to put breakpoints in your code. That's all it
Yeah.
is.
So, but
So when I
Visual.
say it's a debugger, its basic function is to put breakpoints
Yeah,
in
but
code.
Visual
That's it.
Studio. Yeah, but Visual Studio Code already has a debugger built in. So why do you need GDB, whatever that is?
Because it can't compile C.
Oh my god, I'm not following, but as we know, I'm a total
Windows can't compile C code, especially Visual
Windows?
Studio.
Visual
Yeah.
Studio cannot debug C. That's bizarre. Bizarre. Look it up. All right, I think we're done.
You know that you can't even execute like most C code in Windows. Like you can get the GNU compiler, but you still can't like do anything with like pipes or threads or anything. You just like malloc shit.
I don't
That's it.
know. I don't know what you're
That's your
talking about.
syscall. That's your syscall, malloc. Yeah.
I don't know what you're
I
talking
don't even
about.
understand why you would free memory, dude. Why does it even matter? Like, it does it for you anyway.
What? You mean free? The
Free.
opposite of malloc?
Yes.
What do you mean? If you don't free it, you're gonna run out of memory. What do you mean?
No, I'm not.
What do you mean you're
I think
not?
it's overwritten.
Wait, what? What?
If that memory needs to be used again, it's overwritten.
What do you mean? If you keep doing mallocs, at one point it's gonna be either throw an exception or return null, but it's gonna fail. Unless you're not checking the return value.
Why would you? Who cares? There's no exception handling in C. Just does it all for you.
There is ways to deal with exceptions.
They're not called exceptions. They're just return values of functions.
No, there's
Yes. For instance, if you try to create a thread and it doesn't create, it just returns a 0 as the function you've called, and you check it, and if it's bad and it did the bad thing, then you most likely stop the program because something's wrong if you can't create a thread.
No, but
Something's
I
really
think
wrong.
no, but I think that there is a built-in method in C. It's part of the C standard library that there's a standard function call that you can in the beginning give it a pointer to a function, and if at any point you have like a serious failure, that function gets called or something and it exits the process or something. There are system calls or standard library calls that you can use to. It doesn't unwind the stack, but it skips to whatever function you hand it, and it executes that function, so you can do it. Anyways, it's
GoTo is in C, right?
yeah, of course. GoTo is also in C++, and I think there's many languages that have GoTo.
I don't even why they hate. Do people not like GoTo? Like they're like, oh, this, what's his name, who had a fucking problem with GoTo, and they're like, oh, it should be mathematical or whatever, and then they're like they're recreating object oriented languages in C from the ground up, and they're like, why would you need this? Like GoTo's just nice. Why can't you have it?
Yeah, I mean, it creates like spaghetti.
No.
It's a little bit, a little bit. Look, I don't know what happens in terms of a block. Like if you go to outside of a block, what happens to the variables that you allocated on the stack? So theoretically, they should be unwound, right? If you go to outside, let's say you're inside an if block,
Mm-hmm.
and you go to a label outside of the block, what
Then it
happens?
should just take that out of the registers and memory.
No,
Just
no, the variables in the if block, right? You're leaving the you're
it should zero them. I mean,
and,
why wouldn't it?
no, it should unwind the stack. It should change the stack pointer. It should and unwind all, like in C++, it should invoke the destructors for all these variables. The
Yeah,
question
in C++.
is, yeah, I don't know. What are you eating?
Stroganoff.
What is that?
It's like kind of like broad noodles and steak and stuff, and it's got like mustard and wine and stuff in it.
You made it?
No, my mom did.
Your mom's a good cook?
Not really. She made it with well, like in this instance, she made it with like stew beef for some reason. So it's like mushy now.
Okay, what about, okay, you can warm it up in the oven instead of the micro so it dries it up. But what about, you can add grated cheese to give it more flavor, or what do you call them?
You think I have cheese on hand?
Wait,
You think I'm rich?
oh, I thought you're rich.
You know how much a block of cheese is?
You don't buy a block. A block is like thousands of dollars. What are you talking about? Who does that?
No, that's a wheel of cheese you're talking about.
Oh, have you ever bought a wheel of cheese? There's a YouTube video of a
No.
guy going to the Trader Joe's or somewhere, and he buys a wheel of cheese. So the owner says to him, "Yeah, I don't think you want to buy that. I don't think you want to buy that." Like how
Nah,
much?
that's not Trader Joe's. That was like some random like small town shop. And
Oh,
he wouldn't sell it to him because he could tell right away that the
yeah.
dude wasn't gonna really eat it, right?
Yeah, it would have been like he said it's like over $1,000 or a couple of thousands of dollars.
Well, for that dude, yeah, those are fucking expensive. That's probably real Parmesan. Like
Oh
he was
Jesus.
probably trying to buy like real Parm. Like that
Yeah.
shit's like $5,000 for
Yeah.
a fucking wheel. Like
Okay, 1 second.
maybe even more.
Okay. I love Parmesan. Anyway, Game King. The name sounds familiar, Game King. Who are you? Please remind me. Agnostic Foundation List. Yes, I'm listening. Who are you?
The guy that usually pisses you off.
Oh, you're 15, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's
It's,
choited.
yeah, it's not good for you to be here. I don't want to get reported. I'm sorry. You gotta go.
Which one? Oh, Utah is
Get,
15. No, I'm the 20-year-old.
oh, you're
The one that
20.
used to piss you off.
No. It's fine as long as you're 20. I don't. You can piss me off. It's fine as long as you're not 15.
Oh no, I'm not 15.
Might go play some video games.
Okay, I'm gonna go soon because I gotta get back to work. Anyway, Ramboner.
What's your work? Kneeling for your Dommy? Dommy mother?
Yeah, my work
Licking her
is.
boots?
Yeah, my work is just to lick her boots. That's all. That's my work. That's like my day. I have a day shift and then a
That would
night.
be your dream job.
Exactly. Imagine I would get paid to just lick her boots around the clock. That's my that would be so awesome. Oh my god, I wish. A day will come. Anyway, Ramboner, what do you want to talk about, Schmamboner? Oh, he said he's leaving. He's gonna eat and then come back. Okay, so
I'm gonna go. Mount
yeah, it's
Pierre,
fine. Wait,
Flavorino.
Wait, Schmelstaff, you're leaving or you staying? I didn't get it. You gonna go
I'm
or?
leaving.
Oh, okay. If you're leaving,
Should
then
I stay or should I go now? Okay.
okay, bye. Okay, then if he's leaving, then hello, vegan soy boy. I remember you. At least I
I
remember you.
miss.
Oh, it's you. It's you.
It's me, Mr. Soy.
Wait, let me remember your name. Luke. You're Luke.
Yeah, you got it.
Amazing. You're an amazing individualistic personalizationistication. Can you say
What?
personalistication? It's a word in English,
Mm,
isn't it?
No,
What do you mean no? What do you mean
it's not
no?
a word.
Oh, wait. Person, right? Person is a word, right?
Mm-hmm.
Personal is a word, right?
Indeed.
Personalization is a word, right?
Mm-hmm.
Personalizationistic is a word.
Wait, I don't know if personalization is a word.
Wait, personalization? Of course is a word. Personalization to
Is it?
make it of course.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Personalizationistic is just the istic of the personalization. It's personalizationistic. It's fine. There's no issue with it. It's a word in English.
I'll look it up.
Well, how would you look it up? You would need some program that calculates if the word is understandable. But I don't see the problem. Personalizationistic just means basically a
I
person.
don't think you can add the extra istic on.
Why not? Who's to stop me?
The English language.
The English language is I'm ready. I'm ready to be stopped. It's not showing up. It's not stopping me. Hello.
I don't think you can have a shin and then an istic at the end
I don't see the
of
problem.
a word.
I don't see the problem.
Like, think of another word with a shinistic.
Personalizationistic.
Yeah, I don't think there's.
Like, can
I
you
don't
say?
think you can have
Can you say?
like
Okay,
shin and nistic
why
in the same
not? Can you
word.
say terroristic?
Terroristic, yes, but it's
Okay,
not.
it's the
You
istic,
can't
right?
have the shin.
Why not?
It's the shin and the istic. Like it,
Personalizationistic. It means the istic of the personalization. The istic is like the terroristic. You being an istic of the terrorism. Terroristic. Personalizationistic. You're making the noun. Like terrorism, terroristic. No, it's not. It's an adjective. Oh, the problem is that I don't have a noun. If I'm saying that you're an individualistication of a personalizationistic, you might be right.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. You might be right.
Uh,
Yeah, it's a good question. question.
Because I don't think you can have like shin and nistic, like both of those suffixes.
I don't know.
postfixes.
You might be right, Mr. Lucanismistic. Can I have Lucanismistic? I could have that.
Yeah, I'll accept that because it's my name.
Yeah.
That's
So you're a vegan schmoy boy. You're a platinum tequila. I rebel, therefore we exist. Oh my god. Green dot. Oh, that's
Do you know
Earth.
what that's from?
It's wrong. You're a feminist?
I am.
What does that even mean? What does that mean to be a feminist?
I subscribe to the feminist philosophy.
Okay, but that's that's
So you definitely wouldn't.
But you definitely wouldn't what? Ramboner, are you eating or what? What are you doing with your life?
I was cooking. Is my mic on? My fucking computer is slow as fuck for some reason.
Yeah, your mic. We hear you. We definitely hear you.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say, if you're actually a feminist, then no doubt you're opposing the trans radicalization.
No, I'm for trans radicalization.
What does that mean?
Oh, okay. So you're a virtue signaler.
No, Luke
You
is
can
not a
believe two
No, the
things
truth
at
is-
once.
Luke
no, the
is
truth is,
actually
right?
no. Luke is
Trans
virtuous.
ideology?
No, Luke is virtuous.
Oh, but trans
Well, you
rights and ideology are mutually exclusive to women's rights,
No, they're
as the
not.
language pushed by that lobby literally destroys the title of woman and allows men into women's spaces.
Okay, Ramboner,
No.
you can make your argument. I mean, you can argue maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Like you'd have to ask women at the end of the day. Like I know women, and women usually, they say trans are women, trans women are women. Like all the women that I
Or
know,
type of woman.
all the women that I know, they say trans women are women, and they absorb them one way or the other. I'm not saying I don't know if they love them.
That's because women are midwits on average.
Whatever, who knows? But you said you gotta ask. I would say you have to ask them. You could say they're afraid. They're afraid to express their opinion. They're afraid of being canceled. So yeah, it's difficult. These things are difficult to know. It's at
But you
one
can
point.
literally just
Mhm.
you can literally just subscribe to like current gender ideology concepts of what like gender is and
Okay,
still be
but
a feminist.
yeah.
Like you believing that like men or like biological males can transition to become transgender woman doesn't make the like identity of a woman useless. You can still like believe that you can still believe in like patriarchy and or fight against patriarchy and like believe these feminist tropes and uphold like the idea that people can transition gender.
Look, some women, I mean, some trans women are scary, and there's some.
Sure, some men are scary.
Yes,
Like
yes, I agree. So I'm saying
some women are
you
scary.
can't. Yeah, I agree. So you can't let the one-off example ruin it for everyone. You have to
Well, I
deal.
assume
Hmm.
if you're like Ramboner and you don't believe that like people can transition genders, then sure, the transgender movement would be disingenuous to like what a woman actually is. But it's because you don't understand what gender is.
No,
So you're
maybe
like fighting against like a straw man.
no, maybe he never met an actual trans woman. Like
Well, no, I can actually define all of these words properly. I've had many trans friends. Perhaps we'll start with you, though, vegan, first, just so that we can make sure we're on the same page. Care to define gender for me without looking it up in a dictionary?
No,
Define
hold on.
gender?
No, we don't define like this. We don't behave this way. Hold on,
Well,
Ramboner.
sex and gender,
One
sex and
second.
gender are not the same, correct?
I don't know.
No,
Ramboner.
they're not.
Ramboner. Hold on. Look, what's our disagreement? Like, what Ramboner you claim? I'm trying to understand. So you claim that trans women. What's your opinion? I don't even know what your opinion is. Like, what are we debating? What's your
Okay,
proposition?
So it's like this, right? And this is where things get muddied, and it's particularly why I have the view that I do. There are some people who suffer a medical condition who are legitimately trans individuals. That's not most of the people you see in the streets, though. And the truth is, they've allowed a dilution and a destruction of our language. Now,
Okay, 1 second.
they push
No,
for it
1
through
second.
activists,
Rambona.
dictionary definition.
Wait, Rambona. Hold on. 1 second.
I was asked for my view.
So we might not have a disagreement. So you're saying if we're gonna have a discussion about statistics, then that's not even interesting. So
Well, no, about definition, because these words
we
mean
don't
something,
have.
right?
I don't think we have a disagreement. We don't. In this room, we don't debate definitions. We don't have semantic debates. So I don't think we have.
Well, then how do you know you're even speaking the same language? If you never verify a definition,
but we
and
don't
when somebody
debate.
says man and they don't mean man like you know it, then you're not even having the same conversation anymore.
No, I don't debate definitions. We can agree on definitions. I just don't debate definitions. The purpose of a definition is in order to have a constructive conversation.
Yes.
So you agree on a
here's the thing, right?
definition. You agree on definitions. You don't debate definitions.
Well, you agree on definitions so long as they're adequately stated and properly shared. But
What do
for
you mean
example,
so-
when you share the actual definition of gender with Soshi, she will swear up and down that's not the definition.
Shoshi,
And then he'll give you a nebulous definition that is just loose enough to be able to destroy the conversation.
I think I locked Shoshi out of this room. Like Shoshi is an individual that I will not. I don't see the point of talking to Shoshi. So I don't use Shoshi as an example for anything. So I don't know anything about Shoshi. As far as I'm concerned, she's a mean person. She's a mean vegan. I never had a debate with her. I don't think about sexuality or genderism. So, but in the few times that I did have discussions with her, she was very mean, very hurtful. So I don't care about her. But there's plenty of other trans women that I've met on Discord that are beautiful people that I would consider lovely. They identify as women, so who am I to say? I mean, that's how they identify. That, as far as I'm concerned, that's the end of that.
Perhaps I should pose my argument.
Mm-hmm.
So my argument with definitions, right,
Mm-hmm.
is that when we instantiated women's rights,
Mm-hmm.
and when we made women's sports,
Mm-hmm.
because there is no men's league, there's only the pro league,
Mm-hmm.
and then women's pro sports.
Mm-hmm.
We set up these structures with an understanding that they were for the biological category of woman, because woman is not a gender. Neither is female. The genders are masculine and feminine.
Again,
how sex is
okay,
embodied.
we don't
Ergo,
disagree. We
you
don't
can't
disagree.
control.
We don't disagree. We don't disagree. All you're saying is that there's, and I agree with that there's some exceptions to the rule that ruin it for everyone. There's some men that enter women's spaces just in order to make fun of the rule that trans women are women, and they just want to they just want to destroy the fun for everyone.
Just to make fun of it. It's because we've allowed the destruction of our language to the point where people won't even have the proper conversation anymore. People are scared to
No.
define gender, sex. They are.
Fine. So that's terrible. The fact that everybody's terrified, the fact that you get canceled if you want to discuss it, that's obviously, but that's the left. The left.
You don't get canceled. You just have to have think about it for 2 seconds.
No,
You can
what do you
have
call it?
people
No,
willing
no.
to entertain.
We have a
ideas.
pretty big contradiction here. What? How does A equal P? Can someone explain that to me?
Wait, my room. Do you have a question about my room? name?
Yes, about the name. I'm very confused about the name. How does A equal P in this situation?
I don't know. I don't speak Discord, so if you're gonna talk like a normal human, we can have a
I
conversation.
am talking like a normal human. I'm speaking in logic. You just made a false, like broke one of the
I
laws
don't
of
know.
logic there.
I don't know. I don't know anything about
You
that.
don't know a lot, do you?
All right, you're muted. Thank you
No,
so
don't mute him.
much.
He's cool.
What do you mean?
He's
He
really
just
cool. Don't
he
worry.
just hurt my feelings. Why would I not mute him?
He's a cool guy. I like him.
Okay, moral
You know?
I'll be honest
awesome.
though, people who come in with that kind of a debate tactic are insufferable pricks in my view.
No, he's
Yeah.
just
They
super smart.
down
I'd
talk
like to
anybody
apologize for my actions,
familiar with
Mr. Slade. I
big
didn't
word
mean to
terminology.
insult you. I
Okay,
didn't mean to offend you.
okay,
Wait, no,
moral
he's literally just
awesome.
like.
Moral
Wait, Mr.
awesome.
Slade.
I'll be
He's
okay. Fine. I'll let him.
sometimes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I just want to preface it, like introduce him as like sometimes he can sound annoying, but it's just because he's like too smart. Sometimes.
It's okay to be
So like
smart. It's fine to be
like
smart.
Ramboner just said, he
It's-
comes off like
It's
pretentious and an
fine to be
asshole, but it's literally
smart.
just because he's too smart.
It's fine to be smart and too smart, but once I say I don't remember what I said, and he said you don't know much, then I have to mute him because I'm not here to
What's
be.
I'm sorry. I acted off of pure emotion. I got angry. I'm sorry.
All right, so okay, moral awesome. If you want to discuss my proposition, Gaza equals USA, we can discuss it. If you
Yeah,
don't,
I'm confused.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, wait. So like, is this like a equals A? Like, is this like a law of identity thing, or?
No, I didn't mean. I didn't even think I didn't think too much about what it means. In the beginning,
Okay.
it was actually Gaza equals evil, and then Crab, my friend, she said that's like hurtful, so I changed it to Gaza equals USA. But it's just shorthand.
Mhm.
So like I would, but what I mean is, I guess I'm happy that Trump is turning Gaza into a U.S. territory. I'm very happy with that.
Oh, you're happy
Okay.
about ethnic cleansing?
I'm
Thanks for
happy.
clarifying. I'm
Well,
gonna
I
go now.
don't
Love you
think.
all.
I don't think. Did he leave?
Oh, hey, Karki. More
Hello,
awesome ones, yeah.
Karki.
Hello.
I guess he couldn't handle it.
Yeah. Hello, Karki. What do you want to talk about?
Oh, well, the name of the group is Gaza equals USA, so I guess that.
Yes, sir. So yes, what it
Fine.
means is that I'm happy Trump is
Why?
turning Gaza into a
Why?
U.S.
Yeah, why?
Why? Well, let me just finish. Let me just finish what I was saying. So I'm happy that Trump is making Gaza into a U.S. territory. So you're
Yeah,
asking
same question. Why?
why I'm happy? You're asking why I'm happy?
Yeah, it's not hard. I don't understand what you think is so hard. Yeah, same question.
I'm happy because I think it's a win-win. It's a win for everyone.
Who?
The Americans.
Okay.
How's it win
Why?
for the
Why?
Gazans?
Well, first of all, why the Americans?
It's a win for America to have a foothold, a territory in the Middle East.
Why is that a good thing?
I mean, in general, I think land is good. The planet is,
Land is good. Land is good. Okay, so
It's
but
beneficial to the world to have a stable Middle East. There's a
no,
lot of
that's not.
shipping.
No,
There's a
no,
lot of shipping that goes through that. There's a lot of
no.
shipping that goes to that area of the
You don't
world,
get
and
it. I
so
don't
it's
get
really
it.
nice to have that security.
I'm
Okay,
purely asking Mr.
War
Slade.
Donkey. Thank you for defending my proposition.
Yeah, that
but
wasn't useful though. It
yeah,
wasn't useful.
War
I'm
Donkey.
purely asking Mr.
War,
Slave. Why?
War Donkey. You can be next. Let me. I like debating one
Yeah,
on one. Yeah. Yes,
yeah, and to be
Karki.
honest, I think War Donkey. I think I agree with what you said, but I just want to hear what Mr.
Yes,
Slave said.
yes,
Understood,
Mr.
understood. I'm sorry.
Karki. What's your question?
Why?
Why is land good?
No.
What? Why? What?
Why do you think it's a good idea for the US to take over the Gaza Strip?
Well, it's just. I mean, I consider it basically equal to any other strip of land that's a good.
It's equal. Really? You think there's no issues that could come about from someone taking over that strip of land? It doesn't have to be the US. It could be Germany. It could be Norway. It could be Ghana. It could be South Africa. It could be Indonesia.
I lost you. I lost
Okay.
you.
Yeah, I think you did. Sure. Why do you think it's neutral?
It occurs to me that in the long run, there's a lot less likely to be an attack on America than an attack on any other nation that might try to inhabit that peace. And as the other guy said, peace in the Gaza Strip is good for the whole world.
Wait,
They've been killing
Ramboner.
each other for parts.
Wait, Ramboner. Wait, Ramboner. 1 second. So, Karki, you said ciao. You hurt my feelings. So, if you want to stay and talk, we can do that. I'll unmute you, but please be nice. Don't be hurtful. Go
I
ahead.
don't understand what you mean by hurt your feelings. I asked you a question. I didn't hurt anyone's feelings.
You said something hurtful to me. I think it was you.
Well, okay. Next time,
Mhm.
tell me what it is, and I'll apologize.
Didn't you
Don't
say?
just
Did you
mute
say?
people.
Didn't you say ciao?
No, I don't even know what that means.
Oh, okay. So maybe I
Sorry.
misheard you.
No,
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
that's okay. That's fine. But don't worry. But next time, just don't blanket mute people.
I get a lot of people attacking me here, so
Oh,
I
that's
gotta.
fair. I mean, okay, that's fair enough. And I'm sorry that you get that. That sounds awful.
Yeah.
Can I respond
That
to
wasn't me.
Ramboner?
I didn't say that.
No, wait. Look, please. Let me speak to Karki. I'm always looking to debate people. Give me a minute with him. Yes, Karki.
Okay. So what's your response?
My response. Wait again. So I think it's land. Land is good. Gaza is just land. So what's the question?
Well, do you care about who lives on the land? Any time that we talk about land? Where do you live? Where do you live, by the way? You don't have to say specifically, but just
New
like
York.
generally.
In general, I
New
live in
York.
New York.
Okay. So guess what? That land is now fucking Russian. Who gives a shit? Right? Do you care about that? Do you care that it's Russian now? Now that I said it.
Look, at the end of the
No.
day.
No. Not at the end of the day.
Mhm.
Do you understand Do you understand what I'm saying?
Not,
Imagine Russia
not
said
really.
that's now Russian,
No,
and
not really.
now we're gonna police it like it's Russian. We're gonna pretend it's Russian. We've got no jurisdiction over it.
I
But we're
don't
gonna
know.
pretend it's Russian.
I don't know what you mean. Honestly, I honestly don't know.
In what way?
I don't know
So
what
what
you
you do to
mean.
Gaza? In what
What?
way? In what way?
In what way do I not know what you mean?
Yes.
I don't know what you mean. You said
normal.
you're gonna
That's a normal question.
we're gonna treat New York like it's Russia. I don't know. I cannot relate to what
Could
you're
be.
trying to say.
Could be.
What?
Could be.
What?
Could be.
Could
Could be.
be. Could be what?
Yeah. Could be Russia. So how
I'm
do you
not
feel about that?
following. I
How
don't
do you
know.
feel about that?
I don't know. I don't know what you mean. I don't know. I honestly don't
Well,
know.
the point. Oh my god. The point is that you seem to have a very good fantasy world of how Palestine could be the US, but
Mhm.
somehow you can't extrapolate that to Russia owning New York. They're both fantasies. They're fantasies, right?
I don't know what you mean by fantasies. I
What?
honestly, I'm not
Okay.
following. I'm not following what you're trying to say.
Do you know what a fantasy is? Do you know what a fantasy is?
Of course, of course.
Okay. So what do you think a fantasy is?
I'm not sure. I mean, if you want to
No. I
define
asked you.
words.
I asked you. No. I asked you. You said of course.
Mhm.
So you need to say now.
No, I
What is it?
don't. I don't need to do
You do.
anything. I'm a
You just
free.
said
I'm a free.
no.
I don't need. No, I don't need.
Stop.
I'm a
Stop.
free
Stop. Stop.
person.
Stop. 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 You just said of course.
Yeah.
which makes me think that you know what it means.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So say it. So what does it mean?
No, no, no. I'm not
No, no,
interested.
no, 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 no.
Okay,
Stop,
leave.
stop. You
Karki,
can't do
leave.
that.
Karki, leave.
No, you
Please
can't.
leave.
You can't do
You're
that.
being
You can't do
mean.
that.
You're being mean.
No,
Yes, you're
not
being
being
mean. Yes, you are.
I'm
You're being
asking you a
mean.
question. I'm asking you a
I'm
question.
refusing.
I'm asking you
I'm
a question. I mean, you
refusing.
can't answer it. You
Stop.
can't answer it.
Stop.
Can you answer the question? Can you answer the question, please?
I'm unwilling to
Answer the. I
No,
don't care.
I'm
Answer.
you
You can't say
brought
yes, yes, yes. Guess what? You said yes, yes, yes,
I
and I said
can do anything
no, no,
I
no.
want.
No, you
Okay,
can't.
I'm
You
fine.
absolutely
I'm
can't.
sorry,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I'm sorry for you. To be honest, I'm sorry for you.
Bye.
I asked
Goodbye.
what something.
No, you
I
said
don't
you're
care.
sorry for me, then bye. You're being mean again.
I don't.
Leave.
I don't even mean by mean. What do you mean by mean?
You
What does
said
mean mean?
you said that you feel sorry
Well,
for me, then leave.
what do you mean by mean?
Stop. Karki, let me look at your profile. Let me see if you
Is this so
let me
weird?
see if you have
Oh
pronouns.
God.
No pronouns.
Oh, okay. Wow, weird little kid. What's this little kid doing? Okay, I asked you a question. I said, "Do
No.
you agree?" Do you still agree or not on the first question? On
Karki,
the first
look,
question.
I'm bored.
Do you agree on the first question or not?
I don't
I don't care if you're
feel
bored. I don't care if you're bored.
okay.
You're.
I don't care. You can leave. Thank you, Karki. You're
This VC gives me autism.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't let me finish sentences.
No, I'm talking about you. I like
Who, me?
Karki. I'm sorry.
Oh, you like Karki?
Yeah, Karki's my friend. He's a
Oh,
chill guy.
okay. Let me try this again. All right.
You like muting all my friends, but maybe I just have
Is he a
Hey,
vegan?
we can start again, Mrs. Slave. We can start again.
Karki, no,
Start
Karki,
Can we
Karki,
start
stop.
again? Can we
No,
start again? Can we
no,
start
no.
again?
Stop.
Then what am I doing?
Look, you can leave, Karki. Look, stop. You gotta be
I don't want
nice.
to.
You gotta be
I am
chill.
nice.
Okay, you gotta chill down.
I'm nice
Then
and
you
chill.
gotta chill. You gotta chill.
I
You gotta
am.
stop.
I am. Okay, sure.
I'm like
Chill and
I'm
nice.
almost shaking because you're stressing me so much. Like you're being
Karki,
very
you need to calm
offensive.
down, bro.
I'm sorry for that. I didn't realize that's what the reaction would be.
Yeah, you're not letting me finish sentences. You're demanding that I define words. Like you're being and stop it. Like be nice. The first rule in debate is be nice. Make it enjoyable for everyone. Like this
Sure.
you want it to be an educational experience. You want to teach me, maybe learn, who knows. Like it's first of all, it has to be fun. You can't make me suffer. Like I'm suffering this through this experience. So you got to be nice. Like I'm nice to you. I'm nice to everyone as much as I can.
You've not been nice to me, but fine.
I've muted you because you're hurting my feelings. I need to protect myself.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I get it. Go for it.
Look, I feel like you haven't changed my mind. I don't know. You want to change my mind? I feel it's the best thing that could happen, literally, in to this universe that the United States will purchase Gaza as a territory. I cannot imagine
Why?
anything. Why?
Yeah,
Well,
the question is why would
yeah.
that be good?
So let's begin with the very fact that it's a strip of land, and I am pro expansionism
Okay.
for the United States.
But the strip of land has been occupied by a certain group of people for thousands of years. We can go back like 3,000 years, right?
What's your evidence for that?
What do you mean? Like the history of Gaza? Like you can look it up.
Okay, but I'm asking you, like, seriously, what's your evidence? As far as I know,
I don't need it. What do you mean? Do you want me to start quoting books? Is that it?
I don't know. Whatever evidence you
Oh
have.
no. You've defined the issue, right? Your issue is that you don't think it has been occupied for that long. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, as far as I
Right.
know.
As far as you know.
If I may, this
Okay.
is a point of contention, right? Like the land of Judah existed, and
We're
then
talking about
there
Gaza.
were various
We're
Islamic
talking about
caliphates that
Gaza.
came through, and
We're talking about
they
Gaza.
displaced the Jewish people.
Wait,
yeah,
we're talking
yeah,
about
but
Gaza.
used to be Judea back in the day, right?
No.
Palestine's
Gaza,
never been a country.
No. Gaza and
But
Judea.
Israel has been.
No. Gaza and Judea are not the same. No. And I don't know the
No, they're
history.
not.
I don't know the
They're
history
not.
of any of these places. But if you claim
They're
that
very close
Gaza,
You don't know the history of those places. Stop talking about them. That would be my
no,
first.
you said I never said anything about them. You said it's been occupied for thousands of years by these
Yeah,
people.
about 3,000 years.
Fine.
Yeah, sure.
What's your evidence? Present your evidence, please.
Okay. Do you want me to link books that have been like agreed by people for a long amount of time? Like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to link them inside chat,
What's
or what do you
whatever?
want me to do?
You're making a claim. I didn't make a claim.
True. I agree that I'm making a claim,
Mhm.
but do you know what the evidence should be to substantiate a claim or not?
No, obviously not.
You don't.
You're making a claim. You're making a claim. What is that
wait.
claim based on?
Okay, I think you may have misheard. You may have misheard.
Mhm.
What would substantiate a claim to you?
Look, you made a claim. I'm asking you.
No. Yeah, sure. What would be the best claim that was substantiated to
I
you?
asked
that
you
said,
a question. You gotta answer.
Do you understand what I'm-
Look. You made a claim. I asked you for evidence. You're not presenting evidence. I think the debate.
I asked you. No.
When you come
Stop,
back.
stop,
No, we're done.
stop.
We're done. The debate is over. We're
Why?
done.
Why?
The next time we meet,
I asked you.
We're done.
I asked you
It's
what
over.
evidence.
Let me. Okay, we're moving.
Why?
Okay, we're closing. I'll give my closing, then you give your closing.
No,
So, no,
I
yes,
don't. No,
yeah,
that's
it's
not how
over.
it works.
It's over. I'm
No.
giving closing.
No.
I move to closing.
Go for it. Go for it.
So,
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So you said you made a claim. It's Gaza has been occupied for thousands of years. I asked you for evidence. You have not presented evidence. So as
You're
far
drunk,
as
dude.
hold
You
on.
sound
So
fucking drunk.
wait, what did you say? Wait, Karki, did you say something?
Continue.
Wait, did you say something?
Continue.
I think you said I'm drunk.
Yeah, it's very obvious, but go for it.
No, I'll mute you. I told you that I'm here to have a good time, and you're ruining my good time. So I have to mute you. I'm sorry. Look, your friend is very mean. All right, Terry, what do you want to talk about?
I don't think he's mean.
What do you mean? He said I'm drunk. And I asked him, did you say I'm drunk? He said, you're obviously drunk. It's obvious that you're drunk. That's very mean.
You sound the same to me every other time we've spoke.
Yeah. I actually don't appreciate even getting drunk. I don't like getting drunk. I don't like drinking. I don't like getting high. So I don't know, like, but I don't need to even, discuss myself. Why, like, he's interrupting me during closing, not even during a debate, and he's being mean during closing. Very mean. Very, very mean. Mean in a way that I cannot. I would never. I would never. I would have. Look, come on. You defend this
You
guy?
just want to keep away from the personal type conversation. Is that what you're saying?
Of course. What's the point? We're here to have a good time. We can laugh, but not hurt each other. And I told him multiple times, and I warned him
I don't think
multiple.
he's being mean to you, though.
He said I'm drunk, and I asked him, "Did you say I'm drunk?" He said, It's obvious that you're drunk. That's not being mean.
Well, as like a
Well,
as your
you
friend,
can be
right? I think
Why would you
Well, you
say
can be
that?
defensive in your disagreement to it. That's logical.
What do you mean, Terry? You can be defensive.
Well, you're saying you're not drunk, so you have to defend yourself.
Yeah, I don't
Like
need to
call a
defend myself.
breathalyzer.
He's interrupting me. Karki was interrupting me during closing and saying something personal and mean and hurtful while
I
I'm
don't think he was. I
closing.
don't
Okay,
think he
well,
was trying to be mean.
okay, well, just let it go and then get on with it.
Okay, we're done. All
Don't
right.
bog down in details.
Okay, Terry, your voice sounds familiar. Do I know you?
Yeah, we've spoke on either Medical Mass, or we've been over to Globe Gangsters, or we've been on Earth Awakenings.
Okay.
All those places.
Oh, you're from Australia.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
You were the one driving around with your video?
No, I don't do that.
Okay. So are you still on Globe Gangsters? Are they still alive?
Yeah, they're still right going.
Okay.
There haven't been many people over there lately that I've noticed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I stopped doing physics. I discovered that it's a waste of time for me. Um, it's too much politics. Like I thought, like Gaza equals USA, you would think that's politics. That's like zero politics compared to the amount of politics in physics. It's ridiculous. Like I was trying to present papers and couldn't get through anything, anything with anyone. Even when I was presenting to physics, that physics professor, the cosmology professor, even he didn't take me seriously. So I don't know if you were there. Anyway, Terry, what's your opinion about Gaza? President Trump preparing to
Well, I can only go by what I hear.
and
Whatever the mainstream media says.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can go by. I can't really
Mm-hmm.
put an opinion on it because I don't know what's factual, what's actually really happening.
What do you mean? But the Trump wants to basically purchase Gaza, like the U.S. purchased the rest of it. You know, all the lands that make up the United States were basically purchased or annexed or absorbed one way or the other. So he wants Gaza. He wants it as a U.S. territory.
Yeah, but he's not going to.
Mm-hmm.
What's the word for it? He's not going to occupy it though. I've heard that.
What do you mean he's not going to occupy it? Why not? Who
Well,
says?
I know. I'm just saying what I've heard. I've heard that they said that they're not going to actually physically occupy it. This is all just on paper.
No, I didn't. I heard what he said. He didn't say that he's not going to occupy it. He said that it's going to become. Uh, the U.S. will own it and will do a job with it and will fix it
But
up.
that doesn't. Yeah, but that's not saying you're going to.
I mean, own it. The U.S.
But,
will
but
own it.
yeah, but that's not saying you get. That's not saying you're going to do any occupation.
I
That's
mean,
just saying something like in theory or on paper.
but what is owning? If you own it, then you own it.
Mm.
And the federal
Mm.
law is going to kick in as soon as the U.S. owns it. So it doesn't matter what. Actually, once he says he will own it, once he receives it, it becomes his. It becomes obviously the United States. I mean, that's the process by which the rest of the USA was purchased and was annexed. It's the same process. So Americans are going to be able to move into Gaza, and only Americans and no one else. Everybody else is going to become an illegal alien. So they're going to get deported. So anyway, I'm personally.
And what?
Mhm.
Sorry, you're right.
I'm personally very excited. I think I love America and I love the world, and I think that the Middle East with America having a foothold in Gaza is amazing. I would love for America to purchase a lot more. Like I would say for America to purchase Israel or the West Bank, I'm sure Israel would love to give away the West Bank just as much. And I think it would be great for everyone, for Israel and for the United States and for the Middle East. This will stabilize the Middle East. You know, the Middle East is like a little bit unhinged. So this will hinge the Middle East. Anyway, Luke, you're writing in the side chat, and Van Boner, you
I
can
am.
talk. So what are you trying to say?
Well, Karki can't talk because he's muted.
Well, Karki decided to attack me, you know, and
Oh, Mr. Slave, don't be childish. He can say sorry and we can move on.
Yeah.
Did he say
I
he's
think Kar-
sorry? I mean,
Well,
what's
how
the-
can he say sorry if you've muted him?
He can text in the side chat.
Well, no, a verbal apology is
Yeah.
better than bloody text.
Okay, please, no one attack me, please. No more attacking
No, I
me.
don't like. I didn't want to attack you. I did not attack you, but good luck.
Thanks. So he came in just to say good luck.
Yeah,
All
he's
right.
a good faith
You just
interlocutor.
stopped me. You just muted me to say good luck. So yeah.
Yeah,
I I muted you to say good luck. What?
Anyway, back to the topic.
Yes.
Just all this trivial conversation is not really
Yeah.
getting anywhere.
I mean,
With this Israeli thing,
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
from my perspective is like a land that's been occupied or the natural inhabitants of the land,
Mhm.
like all those type of things I think should be taken into consideration.
What do you mean by natural inhabitants? 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 What do you
Well, the
mean by
people that
natural?
live that have been live,
Mhm.
well, the people that have been living there for thousands of years.
Well, I don't
Which
know.
people have been living there?
That was
It's like
exact.
us with our Aboriginals in Australia. We've now recognised that they're the natural inhabitants of the land, and we've given them certain consolations.
Hmm. So, as far as I know, Gaza has not been occupied by anyone for forever. Like it was an empty piece of land, as far as I know. There was no one there. As far as I know.
So we're going by history here. What the Palestinians and
The
all the other
palace.
people that are in that area.
No one was in Gaza, certainly not for thousands of years. Not hundreds, probably just a couple of years, that's all. So the word natural doesn't fit this discussion. As far as I know, maybe I'm wrong. As far as I know, the Palestinians in general, that's disinformation. To call them Palestinians is disinformation. I mean, they can identify as Palestinians, but they are all from the surrounding countries. They all know where they're from. Like you can ask them where they're from. Some of them are from Jordan, some of them are from Egypt. They all came from the neighboring countries when the Jews first came into Palestine and started building the land and purchasing the land. Then foreign laborers came in, exactly like in America now that you have all the illegal aliens. These were just illegal aliens or maybe tenants that were leasing the land. And when the Jews purchased the land, they were, naturally removed from the land because they were leasing it from the Ottoman Empire, and the Jews purchased the land from the Ottoman. Anyway, but these people are not indigenous any more than anyone else. So that
Oh, the word indigenous, yeah, That's the other word I meant by natural. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but they're not.
Indigenous.
As far as I know, they're not. I mean, not that I care. I don't really care if somebody is indigenous. I honestly don't care. Like I'm indigenous to the apartment that I'm leasing. So when the lease is up, if I don't pay my lease, what I can stay because I'm indigenous? That's nonsense. And what if I if I stay here?
But indigenous is biological, not
I don't know.
locational.
I look, as I said, I don't care. I personally don't care. Like we all have to live in modern society. We all either buy the land or lease the land, and if you don't pay your taxes. At one point or another, you get uh, not evacuated, not evicted. You get evicted.
But not all cultures do that.
So, look, I live in the West, and I like living in the West by the rules of the West, and and everywhere I go, I want the rules of the West to apply. I don't know what it means otherwise. I honestly don't know. I don't know what it means for somebody to just be a natural part of the land. I don't. I don't like it.
Indigenous was the other word you used.
Well, yeah, I don't like this indigenous thing. Like, is it your land? Show me the papers that you purchased it, or for some reason you own it. Show me. Show me. What's your evidence that it's yours? And if it's yours, do you want to sell it? How much do you want for it? So I don't know what it means, like this attachment, this religious attachment that we're giving to the people and the land. Oh, the people and the land, it's their homeland. No, it's not. There's no such thing as the homeland. I don't have a homeland. You don't have a homeland. No one on the planet. Donald Trump doesn't have a homeland. No one has. The Palestinians don't have a homeland. No one has a homeland. We all have properties that we either own or that we lease, or maybe we're homeless, unfortunately. I used to be homeless. I know many people who used to be homeless. Fine. So what is this nonsense? We're making these Palestinians privileged. Like what is this? No one is privileged. No one's blood is redder than anyone else. And we have to stop this nonsense. We have to treat everyone equally, equal under the law. And that's it.
Yeah, but whose law? Whose law?
Well, whatever law it is, it has to apply equally. You cannot tell me that I need to pay for my land, and the Palestinians they get it for free. Or I don't even know. I don't even know what how you're attributing to them the land. Well, so the Palestinian people as a collective own a piece of land I don't know what it means. I need to know what legally, right? Well, what legal status do they have? I mean, this land was owned by the British Empire before and by the Ottoman Empire before. So the Ottoman Empire had papers. Everybody had papers. Show me the papers. What is this nonsense? You didn't just become the owner of the land by magic. So this nonsense
Well,
has to stop.
the Aboriginals in Australia, they're indigenous to this
I
country.
told you I don't
But
like.
they don't.
I don't.
How are they going to have paperwork?
That's a difficult. Yeah, I agree. That's difficult. But with the Palestinians, it's easy because there used to be an Ottoman Empire, and we have records.
There's no paper trail. There wouldn't be a paper
Then
trail going back thousands of years.
I don't have paper trail. You don't have paper trail. The Palestinians are not holier than thou. They're not going to be. I'm not going to treat them as a super nation, as this magical people that have a homeland. I'm sorry, no one has a homeland. Stop the nonsense. I'm not going to treat them as different. They're equal. Everybody's equal. It's a tough life. You don't have a land and you're homeless. Tough being you. I'm sorry. I had to work very hard in my life to not be homeless and to finally have a home. And you need to do the same. You need to figure it out. Figure it out. You got to behave. You can't fire rockets at people and take hostages and go crazy. You can't. You got to behave like everybody else. You got to. I'm not a terrorist. I used to be a complete nutcase when I was young, but now I'm a normal guy. I behave.
You could still be a nutcase.
Sure.
I don't.
I used to be much
I
worse.
don't care.
Like right now, I'm a functioning member of society. I used to be thoroughly dysfunctional. So all I'm saying to the Palestinians, look, I understand. For whatever reason, it's you got into this mess, and you gotta get yourself out of this mess. And the first step is you gotta figure it out. You got to figure it out. And right
What
now,
what with the Palestinian stuff? Was there anyone else involved with that, or was it just the Palestinians themselves? There was no other affiliation of any other group or anyone
what do you
that's
mean?
involved in it.
What do you mean? I mean,
Well, the Palestinians as a race, as a people,
there's no
as a
so
society.
there's
Was
no
it
such
just them? Was it just them?
there's no such thing as Palestinians. Palestinians is a fictional people that were invented. If you know the history of Palestine, then you will know it's a complete fiction. It's a made up story, just in order. They were created in order to be a thorn in the Jewish people that we're trying to build, that are trying to build, successfully or more or less built a homeland, what's known as a homeland, a home for the Jews. These are just, you could say, they're anti-Semites. They hate Jews because of their religion, because of who knows what, because of all sorts of reasons. They just hate Jews. And the world supports them and allows them to misbehave. So they misbehave. Like if you had a child that you allow to misbehave, trust me, the child would very likely misbehave. Certainly, if you would reward a child for misbehaving, you'll get a misbehaving child. And the Palestinian people have been misbehaving and have been rewarded by the world, by the nations of the world. They've been rewarded for misbehaving against the Jews, and that's why they misbehave against the Jews. The situation of the Palestinians, he left. Yeah, people leave. People don't like hearing the truth. Yeah. All right, Luke, what do you got? What do you got for me?
I just want to talk to Ramboner about how he thinks MAGA is principled, because that's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Wait, what do you mean MAGA is? What do you mean principled?
Yeah, I said.
Well, basically, right? When you look at fucking.
Wait, no. If you no, I'll let you.
support
I'll let
rate.
you speak. I'll let you speak to each other. But if you're gonna speak to each other, I'm gonna leave because I've been here for 4 hours and I gotta get back to work. So
That's how she goes.
What?
Have a good one. I
All
said
right.
that's how she goes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, guys. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye. All right. I think it was an interesting discussion. So what did we discuss? Short stream, finding Python. That's not interesting. We had a Gaza equals evil a little bit. Question mark. Gaza equals USA. More. What else did we discuss? I don't think anything else. I don't think we discussed anything else. Everything was Gaza. Nothing else. Nothing else. Let's just say debates. Oh, tired. I gotta go to sleep. Discord debates. Gaza is evil. Gaza equals USA. Yeah, that's basically it. All right. Thank you so much to everyone. You've been very, very nice people. And bye bye.